It should go back at him if you put your finger in the barrel of the gun. No,
It's not that guy.
No.
Yeah, you want to do it with a knife because it's a little more intimate that way, too.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. What?
Well, I just like some close quarter weapons training for the post-apocalyptic world when Taco Bell.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Thank you.
Morning.
You're welcome, Scott. It's Wednesday, and we are right here.
We are live.
We are live, coming at you.
This is live?
Live from City Place, right off Olive Boulevard and Creve Coeur, across the street from the Range Rover dealership.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Nothing keeps us motivated more than looking at Range Rovers all day.
Looking at cars I can't have.
Yep.
We got a new office, and I got the window desk, and I get to stare at things I can't afford. There's 2 banks and a Range Rover dealership.
How much is a Range Rover? My in-laws had one. It was okay. When I would go to Jersey and cruise around, they would, give me their car. And it was a Range Rover. It was okay.
All right,
It's
let's
status. It's
I
like driving
think
a
so.
Hummer. Not quite douche level of Hummer.
Oh, would you consider a Range Rover douchey?
2025 Land Rover Range, whatever the hell, $256,000.
Well, I mean, you're talking top of the line. I'm talking one right off the lot over here.
Yeah, the one with 3 wheels. It's
3 wheels, huh?
65 grand, yeah.
Whew.
And they're pretty. They're not cheap.
No.
Why are they so expensive?
There might be a basic. It's a status. It's a luxury car. It's look what I got.
So
They are pretty
60s.
badass.
Okay,
they're
but
sweet. I'm not
Moon,
saying
how
they're
much?
not.
How much? If I want to walk across the street,
All
and
right.
go, give me a
you
Land
want,
Rover.
You want a brand new 25 Land Rover
25
Range Rover
Land Rover.
Sport? You can get it with nothing on it for $82,000.
Okay, 82 grand.
But think how
82, but you get your feet come out the floorboard.
Yeah,
You gotta
I better
push
be
it
living
down
in
the
it.
road.
Okay, so that's with AM/FM cassette, dual cassette.
Yeah, that's with a wire to hook up your phone.
5
right.
disc changer.
20,
Man, you could rove over land so nicely.
21 or 22 MPGs, combined. 5 seats. 4-year limited warranty, 50,000 miles.
All right, but even
This
if
is a
I want
four-wheel
like a
drive.
nice Ford F-250, that's probably same price, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, those trucks are, trucks now are luxury vehicles.
Right. So what's in range with other luxury cars?
I
This-
don't know.
This is what my wife wants. She's like,
I could
someday.
see Mal being hot mom in a Range
She's
Rover.
like, someday I'm gonna have a Range Rover. Like, okay,
You
man.
think a Ford F-250's $250,000?
Well,
No.
He just
We're
said this
talking
one's
about 81.
85 grand. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
but that's like 85 grand is probably top of the line, all the bells and whistles.
$250,000
$250,000 Queen.
quarter
What's up?
a quarter mil is what Learns. That's top of the
Yeah, she
line
does
one.
Acura. She does live in our world.
Dude, it was a pre-owned vehicle. Okay, my Acura was pre-owned
By a
by
Saudi
a
prince.
president. Yes.
How much is a new Jeep Wrangler? Give me a 2025 Jeep Wrangler. I bet you. I don't know.
The packages wildly vary.
Well, I know. Let's say
So
mid-road,
the Gladiator that I'm driving right now is, I believe it's 61,
61.
but it is decked. It's lifted. It's got the Fox. It's got the Fox Racing.
Cars are expensive, man.
It's
But-
incredible.
Land Rover? I mean,
Meh.
Here's
Here's a 2023 Land Rover Range Rover Sport SE with 15,000 miles for $81,000.
okay.
All right.
Here's a 28 Sport SE with 63,000 miles. Remember, 50,000 is the warranty, so it's out of warranty as far as that goes. 27,000.
Okay.
There you have it.
Now, do you guys, if you find out somebody buys, a $90,000 car, do you go, ugh?
I go,
Is that
"Ha-"
your-
No.
I go, how do you make money?
Is that your first reaction?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm like, can I follow in your footsteps?
I don't know. I'm not.
I'm happy for people.
I'm
me
happy
too.
for you. I don't care.
Me too.
I'm happy for people. I do hope that they haven't overextended
Right, of
themselves.
course.
Because it's, as long as it's a part of a strategic plan.
Sure.
But I'm happy for people, man.
That ain't how. I mean, that's not out of the ordinary in Southern Illinois, dude. That's like, I'm going to have a joke about it, but it's true. Like, I have people whose car costs more than their house.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people.
All in? Yeah.
A lot of people.
Yellow
Would you
Mustangs
There's
at
a
a
lot
mobile
of,
home.
lot of dudes.
It's called carpool.
Like, I ain't living without a Hemi.
Serious.
I ain't living without a dually. I'm driving my big redneck truck lifted up around and, living in a single wide.
That's called carpool. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
That's like
being
city
houseboard.
living, too. You,
Well,
you
you know-
live in a tiny little apartment so you can have the nice car because you're going to spend most of your day sitting in cars.
Or I need these rims, but it's only Dude, it's only $100 a week for
I respect it.
400 weeks.
Yeah.
Deal.
Sometimes they need it. I mean, there's a lot of farmers and stuff where I grow up, but they gots to have it.
And sometimes salespeople will have a car that's a little bit out of their means, but it also helps with making the deal, closing the sales. You know, because they're going around in these cars,
Listen,
and you have to
if
present a
somebody
certain.
pulls up in an Acura,
What?
this deal's not getting closed.
I am here closing
They
deals
pull,
day in
they
day
pull
out.
up in a Land Rover. We are closing that deal.
Yeah.
I
I've
don't know
taken a
what
lot
I'm
of
talking
nice
about.
people out to lunch
Oh,
in
I,
my Acura.
I drove an Acura for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Damn, this car is amazing."
Right? I'll have it
Yes.
for the rest of my life because
It was incredible.
not having a car payment right now.
Hey, let's give it up
rules.
for the Acura Integra.
What's
That's right.
up?
What's up, Integra?
X Crew.
You know how much those are going for right now?
I don't have no idea.
Dude, if you get a nice one, that's like I think that's one that my son was telling me that people are after.
The Integra?
Yeah, dude.
I got an email from Toyota trying to buy my car from me.
Oh yeah.
Guess they're in demand right now with the situation.
Oh, with my Jeep all the time.
What do you think about this? So, I want this band van, and I think I'm going to, because I also get the emails of, hey, trade in your Acura. Taking the cash, just being a van
And
woman.
going right to the casino.
Yeah,
Dude, yeah,
in the
double
van,
it.
though.
Taking the cash, go
Is
to
it-
the casino, put it all on black.
Have a classic car as my,
As your primary
as my
vehicle?
primary vehicle. Get a little seat warmer installed.
So you're
Living
gonna,
my life.
So you're gonna get rid of your Acura. Mm-hmm. Okay, so get rid of it. You own it, right?
Yeah.
So no payments. You outright own it. Great. To then get this van,
Yes.
which is how old?
It's from 78.
Okay. Which
New engine, hardly any miles.
Yeah, the whole thing's been rebuilt. Let's be fair.
Needs a seat warmer, probably needs an upgrade in the sound system. Needs a new paint job just because it doesn't look how I want it to look, which is like 20 G's in itself.
terrible idea.
Okay.
I like it.
You're not a van.
Rafe is
I'm
my
in.
hype queen.
You're not a van woman.
Oh,
You're
yes,
not gonna-
I am.
This van is cool. And it,
As
had,
your-
it had a
Amazing.
Van Halen poster in it, which I feel like
And
is
As
a
your
Reusable.
sign.
primary vehicle.
Yes.
That is a sign
And
from the Lord.
look at it this way. If society collapses, I can live in it.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a multi-purpose.
I'm thinking ahead.
Are you great at parallel parking?
It doesn't have a back window.
Okay.
And it doesn't have a backup camera. Oh, no.
You don't need any of that.
No, I'll be all right.
You just need
You know-
skills.
I'll just always park somewhere normal.
Skills and confidence.
I mean, it's a big van, and that's going to be. And you're a little person.
No, but I used to drive the Keishi Hummer and the Keishi and the Point
Yeah, but-
vans, and I was in promotion.
Okay, but as like a job, like as your primary grocery getter. Here comes Lern in
Here
the
I
van.
am. It'd be so
Yeah.
much fun.
I think it fits.
Tons of
I
groceries.
like it. I like it. Your mom's got the microbus, and
But that's not. She has another car
She
too.
does. She has a Miata, which is silly.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
just saying, like, it's in the blood. You got to have it.
I'm just saying, it's gonna be great for a month, and you're gonna go, damn
Oh,
it.
gosh.
Well, there's a happy medium here. There's a get the cash equivalent of the Acura, buy the van, buy a little scoot around car that's not, necessarily maybe not as top of the line as
a
Acura.
gremlin.
Get you a little Honda Accord or something, maybe not as sexy. Get you to and fro, and then drive the van when you're feeling it in your bones.
But right now, you own your car. You have no payments on it.
Well, I wouldn't have a payment on the van either. I'd just buy it cash.
There'd be work to be done, probably.
Man.
Let's go. Let's get it today.
I
Let's
need
go.
to go. It's in Kansas City. I know exactly where it is. I have made contact.
You really have to get
Whoa.
this van
Dale.
checked out.
I know.
Like, you
all are
really-
going to need to come with me.
I don't know anything about cars.
Well,
I watched the YouTube video of them driving it around. I checked it out.
Rafe's
Got new
as
engine.
invested as I am
okay,
at
so
this
you
point.
saw him driving
Well,
around.
I've been trying to manifest
I'm sure
a
they
van.
didn't show them
She wants a
jumping
band
it.
van. I just, I'm trying to manifest that for her in
Good
2025.
No,
When
again,
I
I'm
put
just-
my vibes. I put vibes out for everybody. That's
I'm
my
not trying
vibe
to
for her.
yuck your yum. Like, I get it. You've always wanted this van.
Mm-hmm.
But as your primary driver, it just sounds ludicrous.
Dude, people have vans all the time. Like, look at moms,
Yeah, I drove
Yeah, that's a
van.
minivan.
Yeah, well,
That's the same
Like
size.
no, it's not.
I had 3 vans as my everyday
There you go.
drivers. They all were
Horrible.
not as cool as the 78. I had an Astro. I had an Econoline
It just
150.
so much is going to go wrong.
I know. But that's life, Things go wrong.
Such as life.
My vans
Yes,
were
you
dope,
are-
dude. My vans were great. They doubled as a band van, and they were my everydays.
Can you write it off?
I don't know.
If you buy
can
it
I?
as a band van, well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
I guess I could. I'm
you
a
know,
tax guy.
You know the only bad thing, and I'm not kidding. I love a good van and a good truck. The only thing bad about having a giant van for an everyday is in the winter, it takes forever for the cab to warm up.
I know.
Oh,
Because you're warming a
and
small
that's not
house.
gonna be,
I can
those
put a curtain
vans
up.
are not great in the snow.
Yeah,
So
and you
you're-
can't
I
park them in
know.
the garage,
So
right?
you're right about the seat heater.
you guys
Did
are
that.
so negative.
What?
They are-
I'm
Go
warning
get
her
it.
because I know that
That's-
she's
do what
going
you
to
want.
That's 10 days out of the year.
You asked what my opinion was, and I'm telling you.
I like the logic. I like the dreaming.
What about this? Classic car plates, super cheap insurance because it's
Hey, hey.
78. This thing's sweet. It's definitely a throwback. Super cheap insurance.
All I'm
No
saying
one's
is,
really keeping track of the mileage.
When
She's not
you-
driving that far.
fairly
when you
I
certain.
just won't drive much anymore.
when
Fairly
you
certain.
go to Kansas City, you better bring a mechanic with you.
Okay, who do I know? Nobody.
Somebody out there.
We're
willing-
going on a road trip.
Willing to go to KC with Lern.
You can pick the station. Let's go.
First of all, if she gets a van that cool, I would not want liability only. You got to go full coverage.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
yeah, I will always have full coverage.
Yes,
I mean,
I'm
because
not sure you're going
Riz
to
is
save
right.
on insurance.
I'm not going to drive this thing well in the snow. I mean, it's a miracle I'm getting to work in my TLX at this point.
This isn't some 78 rust bucket. This thing is incredible looking. This is out of the movies.
Dang.
It's tight.
Have you seen this, Scott?
I saw it.
Yeah, I
It's a
saw
nice
a
looking
picture of
van.
it. I would love it. It'd be a fun one to have.
As a band van that you bring on a Friday or Saturday night to,
Yeah.
Copper Fire.
This is a car
with the band
show
equipment.
van.
Okay.
She could make some money.
Do what you wanna
do
do.
they pay
Listen,
those?
I'm just trying to.
But don't call me for jumper cables.
Okay.
Whoa.
I
I mean, I'll have them.
She got a power
I won't
washer
have
in the
everything I
back.
need ever forever. But I have a
Don't
tire
call me
inflator.
when you break down on Manchester and you go, hey, can you come jump me?
You were literally the last person on earth I would call.
Thank you.
I personally
Dang,
think
dog.
40th
Thank you.
birthday present to self should be the band van.
I
That
agree.
makes sense to me in a just world. And then we'll figure, once you figure out it was a terrible idea as an everyday driver, you go out, you buy another car. We live and we learn, but you still have the van and it's tight.
What's the gas mileage on that?
I don't know.
11
It's-
11.
yeah.
for sure.
4.
Says 60
Yeah.
in city.
From what I remember, it's 11.
Who cares? She doesn't live that far away.
I'll be all right.
Don't think about these things.
I know. Rafe,
You think about the
Too much.
fact.
Don't think about it too much.
You think about the fact that there was already a Van Halen poster in this thing when you looked at the pictures, and it had David Lee Roth, sexy ass, and I'm like, pay attention to the signs. The universe is telling you
all
this
right.
is the van. Go
Hey,
get it.
hey, when you're ready, you just let me know. I know a guy who literally makes a living looking at
4,000 miles, new engine.
vintage cars and helping people determine whether it's a good buy or not.
I will take him with
Send
me
it
to
to
KC.
send that to this
Yeah,
guy.
this dude.
Send the listing to this guy.
This dude is amazing. He is like through and through expert with old school cars, classic cars,
Get him the
I will.
listing.
and he literally goes with people to see if it's a good buy or not.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Then he murders them.
We don't talk about that.
Then he
It's called the classic car killer.
No, then he
I've been
helps
looking
you.
for him for years.
Then he helps you negotiate.
Yes.
Oh,
Because that's what I need,
call him the negotiator.
Hey, Dan.
I think you can get 5 or 10K taken off of it too.
I'm going to need everybody. I'm
Cash
gonna
money.
Roll up with all these dads,
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
should. You should get a dad van.
Rent a bus, like one of those,
Charter buses.
charter bus. Just
For
a whole
one
bunch of
day.
I'll
dads.
put a bunch of beers on it. I will pay for the whole thing, and then I will escort the dads with me, and then you all will just come out.
Can you imagine you roll up with 50 dads?
I would-
You just
it is
open
my
up-
dream.
You open up the charter bus door.
You
and
get the
just
van for $1.
All these dads come out and just
Pop the hood, and we're all like, "Oh yeah!"
everybody's
oh, yeah.
all
Oh,
these
yeah.
dads.
Oh yeah.
Dale, you
This
can have.
this is 10 grand worth of electrical work right here. I'm telling you what.
You just see loads of New Balance white shoes stepping
that's
out
be so
first.
good.
Stepping out first.
Yes.
And they,
Yep.
and they
You're Jimi
surround.
Hendrix.
They surrounded.
Oh, you
Tucked
see
in shirts.
underneath the charter bus is a bunch of New Balances and the simple Nikes with a little blue stripe.
Yes. Oh, please.
And people-
Bunch of tape measures coming out for no reason.
Right.
People trying to look under, but grunting, going.
And a little pen. Is that a pen or is that a flashlight? Gotcha, it's a flashlight, and we're about to give it.
We're under the vehicle.
Help me up.
We're throwing a black light on the inside. This guy will be so overwhelmed. He'll be like, just take the van, get him out of here.
I'll get some Hooters girls to be on the
He
bus.
pays you 5 G's just to
Yes.
drive away in it.
No, you just put a car and driver magazine on every seat. They'll
That's
be happy.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be happy.
Sounds like a plan.
Because every dad knows everything about cars.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
Not this dad, though.
You show up in a dad van, you leave in a band van.
Well, you would be there to be curmudgeon.
I can't hang.
And that we need that. You can hang. You're the best.
With car talk, I can't hang.
Well, you'd bring something else to the table.
Maybe. Just
Interior.
complaining the entire time. I don't know. You need that? You need complaining?
He's your man.
I got you. I got you. Hey, couple things here. Just read that Mom's Deli closing.
Yeah, it was a lease thing, right? So they're looking for something else.
Are they?
I don't know. I mean, the article that I read, I'm sorry, the article that I skimmed, to be fair, said that it was a lease thing. The lease wasn't renewed. They're scrambling to find another location, but I didn't see.
One of St. Louis's local favorites, Mom's Deli, will be shutting their doors on February 23rd.
After
That's a bummer.
47 years.
47 years, Jamison Avenue in South City, local staple. Mom's Deli says its lease will not be renewed. And this is according to KMOV. Even with the news, there is hope that it may not be the end, and a future location may be found.
But it is, though. Still, it's a bummer. That's one of those places like I've always talked about. Like some places exist where they are and thrive where they are. And I feel like Mom's Deli is one of those places I'm like, I hope it'll translate somewhere else. But like when you go in there, the vibe and the building's old and it's an old school deli and like
It's in the middle of the residential area.
it's right there in the neighborhood. People walk to it. It's like it was a cool little neighborhood spot.
Yeah, I'd only been there maybe once or twice when I lived in South City. And the first time I went, it really was an experience.
We used
it was
to
cash only. I don't know if they
have an ATM there.
Well, I remember they have an ATM, but was it still cash only
think
or is it
so.
still cash only?
I haven't been in years. We used to take the station vehicles to Whitefront, which is a mechanic shop right on the corner, and we'd walk over, get a beef and cheddar with gravy, and there was nothing else more delicious in the summertime than that.
And there'd be a line out the door.
True that.
Yeah.
There'd be a line out the door.
I had a really fun story. So Lux, who used to work here, so when Tim and I started dating, Tim used to work for The Point and FM News Talk 97.1, and we started dating. We kind of kept it on the DL because, we worked together and all this stuff. And I had stayed at Tim's house in Crestwood, and and I had his
You
clothes
stayed
on.
at his house before you were married?
Yeah.
Scott.
Oh.
Total slut. Listen, so
Scott, cover your ears.
Listen,
All
I am
right.
wearing Tim's basketball shorts and like a no fear shirt of his to Mom's Deli the next morning. Okay, we had a
disguise.
we had a real good time the night before. We are walking out of Mom's Deli. Okay, it is the walk of shame, but both of us are doing it. Lux used to live in the area, and she's walking up, and I hadn't told her yet that we were dating. And I'm like, oh my God, we are totally outed right now. Completely went over her head. Like, she was just like, what's up, you guys? It's Saturday, 11:30. Lern's wearing
Were
Tim's
you mad
clothes.
that she thought you just dressed like that?
No, I was like so relieved.
Oh, okay.
Because then she and I went to, like a month later, went to the Galleria. She's like, you know who we need to get a good girlfriend for? And I'm like, who? She's like, Tim Elwell. And I go, I'm his girlfriend. Like, it was one of those
You didn't
moments.
play it off like, oh, look at the odds of running into both of you here.
Yeah,
Right.
wow.
At
No,
Mom's,
completely
crazy.
went over her head. And she loves that.
Oh.
Was
I
it
just
really a
like
no
that you
fear
didn't
shirt?
get upset that
Yeah,
she's like,
it
yeah,
was.
Lern's
That's
out in her no fear shirt and her basketball
With
shorts,
no
like
makeup
always.
Just a typical
That's how I
Saturday.
imagine her when she's not at the station.
Yeah, on a Saturday, and you live nowhere. You live nowhere near here.
Right. So I have very fond memories
I
of
imagine her
Mom's
playing in
Deli.
a lesbian pickup basketball game every Saturday.
Of course I do.
Where were you living at the time?
I was living on Shaw, like right by the Botanical Gardens.
Okay, so not near there. Not close enough where you would just happen to be there on a Saturday morning.
Thank God out of all the people we work with that it was her, though, because she's so fun and flighty.
Well,
and,
So you have until the 23rd. I wonder why the lease is not being renewed.
Maybe it's property, maybe it just went up and they just can't.
47 years in the same spot.
I feel like the owner just needs to give it to moms for giving them a ton of money for the years and just be nice.
Now,
It's called
Be nice.
is it the owner of the building? They're not renewing, or is Mom's like, we're done here?
Oh, that could be.
Could be. They don't say.
Well,
They
the
own a
owner,
three-story house.
the original mom and family, like the last original person passed away, like an older person, right? Didn't that happen like a handful of years ago or something?
I feel like there was some sort of news with, in recent years. But I don't know, man. It feels like it's happening to all these restaurants. We're getting to the age where we're really paying attention.
Well,
You know, like I feel like our parents, like I don't know about your parents, but my parents, they hang out on different floors, right? It's like it's a small house, but there's it's a split level. So my mom's up on the couch upstairs. My dad's down on the recliner. And the only like consistent thing that I would hear in the house, maybe once a week, or is my dad from downstairs would yell, "Hey, Ray, so-and-so died."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Oh, no.
Well, we are getting to that age.
When's the visitation? Like, I would hear obituary calls once a week.
Well, stuff that we took for granted as kids that were family-run places, and now we are middle-aged.
Yeah, and it wasn't exactly...
And these people are passing on.
Exactly. It wasn't just people that, like, they knew. It would be, like, celebrities that had to do with their era or something. You know what I'm saying? And now we're there.
Yeah,
we're middle-aged.
Which, okay, so...
Talk.
And I know, Moon, you have a different definition than other people.
Well,
as far as what middle-aged is.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I think we've gotten this argument before.
Because there was something that came up. So are you middle-aged?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Lern's going to be 40. Is she middle-aged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought by definition, middle meant middle. So, you know, if we're averaging...
Such a vague... You know what the definition of it? It's so vague because Merriam-Webster...
Because people are scared. People are scared.
I would consider... So middle-aged to me, 45. Say you make it to 80.
I think it's a range between 35 and 50.
Well, that's 90.
I'm sorry, 90. Math.
I think it's a range between 35 and 50. And there's not a 35-year-old that exists on this planet that's okay with saying that they're middle-aged.
Yeah, I don't think 35 is...
I think that's a good number. I think 40 is entry level.
45.
But you're kind of teetering. By the time you hit 45, you're in it.
So there is... In this article I read, and this is strictly on what the definition of middle-aged is, there has never been a consensus on exactly what that number is. Never. Some say anywhere between 35 to 65. I don't think 65 is middle-aged.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't understand how you can argue with
Merriam-Webster defines, and I know that is the show's dictionary of choice, Merriam-Webster. I always say that. We are a Merriam-Webster show.
Says, go ahead.
They define middle age as between about 40 and about 60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So vague. Even the dictionary's vague about it.
That's not...
I like that.
40 to 60.
How?
That's kind of what we're saying.
60 until death, you're elderly. Sorry.
Oh, dang, dude.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't think any
measure than that.
59-year-old wants to consider themselves not middle-aged by that point.
Your
But
end
math
age.
is math. You're not going to pull 119.
40.
Golden years.
40, I think middle-aged is 43 to 55.
43? You
That's
don't
a
think it starts
weird-
till...
That's a
Somehow.
strange
Till
thing.
you're
I'm gonna
double
give
as
you I'm
86?
going to give you a little on the to the 35 side,
I feel middle-aged.
and I'm going to give you almost to
Yeah.
the 60 side.
And I like it. I like being middle-aged now.
Because about 1 in 4 Americans under 40 consider themselves middle-aged.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
that's 25% of people under the age of 40 consider themselves
Well, it
middle-aged.
used to be. Things have changed so much, too. You know, remember that show 30-something? Do you remember that show? It was
Yeah.
on ABC? Those people seemed like they were 70 years old to me, the problems they had in that show. It's just not...
Was that Paul Reiser?
I think so.
Helen Hunt?
No, that was Mad About You.
Mad about you. Damn it.
But
Damn it.
I just remember the show 30-something, and it was like all these parents with kids and going to...
Well, they
You know,
do
it was
look
the
like
boomers.
50-year-olds.
The boomers' 30 is a lot different than our 30. Like our generation kind of pushed marriage off. We're not as not necessarily all having kids. Like I mean, me and Moon did, but like not everybody's having kids at 19, 20 years old. People are like pushing phases of life back, which I feel like pushes the feeling of middle age back. But from a scientific standpoint, the average age in the United States is 39.2. That's the mean. That's
Right.
That's the middle. That means that's the middle from the average age people dying and being born. So technically, 39.2 is your entry level middle age.
But you don't look
Technically.
But you don't look at somebody in their 30s and say they're middle-aged.
No, that's what I
I
mean.
don't
Like
know.
perception
I will
is
from here
different.
on out.
There's a few...
As some people.
It depends, dude. I had friends of mine that at 25 they looked like they were 50 years old.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, what the hell happened to you, man?
Yeah,
I go home, my buddy's like bald and looks like a melted candle.
Yeah,
and I'm
living
like, what
under
the
a
hell
heat
happened
lamp.
to you?
I think for me personally,
Life's
I
hard.
hit middle-aged when I have resigned myself to retiring in Boca. And that's a goal of mine.
Yeah. When was that? When did the Boca decision actually manifest for you?
Early last year.
Really? I
Dang.
thought you had that in your brain for a long time.
Me too.
No, not since I went down to go visit my in-laws, which was not this past Christmas, the Christmas before, where I got the bug.
Said my soul
The
feels
Boca
at
bug?
home.
The Boca bug.
You got bit by the Boca bug?
I got the Boca bug.
You got bit by the Boca bug.
Well, what age do you have to admit that you're not young anymore?
What's your
Apparently
bit?
40.
When are you not young anymore?
It happened to me a couple years ago when, and you know, like my life has obviously been defined as being a dad since I've been a dad since 1998. When 9 out of 10 of the artists that my kids were listening to were people I had never heard of, and I'm in the business, that's when I was like, well, my youth is
I'm
buried.
in trouble.
Yeah, my youth is something to visit now. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's over.
At what age?
This was a couple years ago, so I guess I'll say 40. 39, 39 or 40, yeah.
I don't know. I think 35 is a cutoff.
But you got to remember, man, I'm in a business that like very much keeps you young, and even young of mind. For a minute there, it was young of body. I don't feel that anymore as much. But like it's like a young spirit. I mean, this business does too, except for the early wake ups. But like it was a sobering moment.
Answer the question for the average American.
The average American.
When are you not young anymore?
Man,
35.
35.
I'm saying 40.
this is tough.
Really?
I still feel 19 in my brain.
Yeah.
all the
Yeah,
time.
me too.
Oh yeah.
My body's the thing that's reminds me of, and I don't adhere to the whole like.
Yeah, I'm a young
cliche where I'm
46.
like, that's. Yeah.
I'm a young 46.
Oh, you're the old. I'm young 46.
No, stop it.
Well, dude,
Your body starts to remind you. I don't like adhere to the whole, everybody, the cliche of like, oh God, you get out of bed one morning. But I mean, I did just have to get readers, and that sucked.
Where are they, by the way? Give these people what they want.
I refuse.
You can't
I'm
find
staring at. I'm
You already
looking.
lost them.
You are so funny about this. You're
No,
one
I
of
have
the-
lost.
You're one of the most confident humans I know.
Yeah,
and
I'm-
the fact that the glasses are great and you're not wearing them is so
It's not
silly.
that. It's not about confidence. It's about having to take them off and put them on. It's annoying. Because if I look at you guys,
he let me try them on.
if I look at my computer, it looks great. But the minute I look at you, I feel like I'm going cross-eyed, like in The Jerk when he puts those.
gotta get the chains.
It's blurry when you.
So-
They're good when you
You
are
need the
looking at paper.
bifocals then, right?
Yeah,
That's
get the
whenever you have
chain
the
where it
two.
falls down, and then you can. Or the ones that connect in front.
yeah, get the gold chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
I mean, that makes it easier.
Wazowski. Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, don't worry. They're coming out.
Bring them out.
They'll
Bring
be
them
out.
out.
I think you officially lose your youth when you are looking at a professional athlete and you go, "How old are they?"
Yeah.
Damn.
When you start referring to the players you're cheering for as kids,
Yeah.
Right.
You go, man. That
look at this Travis
that
Kelsey
guy-
kid.
21.
You're like, Adam Wainwright is so old, dude. He retired and
Damn.
same age as us.
No.
That is a telling thing too for men, especially. Is like when the sports people that you're watching are like substantially younger than you. Like when
Half
the
your age.
last guy your age retires, that's a pivotal moment. When you're like, when the last guy when Tom Brady retired at like 45, that was it for us.
Let's
He
have
ushered the
When you're-
everybody we're rooting for is younger than us.
When
now.
you're
That's why I don't think men should wear jersey. If you're old enough that the guy's name on the back of your jersey is younger than you, you're out. You're
when
out
your
the jersey
sports
game.
idol retires.
Wait, why don't we have that be the marker? Out of the major athletic sports, okay? I'm not talking about. I'm not saying ping pong or whatever isn't athletic or curling or something, but
Golf.
the major sports, right? Yeah, golf doesn't count. The major sports. Find the oldest athlete. After that, if the professional athletes have to quit what they're doing because of their biological age, you don't get to feel like you're young
not
if
a
you're
bad
over that
marker.
age.
Well,
That's
how
a perfect
about,
marker.
I'm going to roll with Charlie Huff then as my hero. He's the pitcher that retired almost 50 years old. He played from like the 70s into the 90s.
It's a different game. We're talking about modern baseball. Modern soccer, modern baseball, modern football. And quarterbacks are really skewing it for us. But, yeah, we'll say like whoever the oldest guy is represents as the highest bar for youth.
Okay. You know who the oldest player for the MLB is?
Who?
How old do you think the oldest active player right now?
Max Scherzer, 42.
There's got to be a...
No. Scherzer's 42?
Is he?
Right around there.
41?
Verlander is 41. Justin Verlander was the oldest active player in 2024.
Wow.
All right. Then
At
that's,
the age of
then that's the
41.
marker.
Well, Kate Upton's keeping him young.
41, dude.
Hell yeah.
41.
Ichiro was 45 when he retired.
Ichiro was, he's
that's
a
modern.
superhuman,
That's a
though. That
freak.
doesn't count. Yeah, Ichiro for sure does not
Guys, I'm
count.
finding folks. Discount them.
Has to be in the major league as well. Not Major League Baseball, but like, can't be like retired to some Serbian basketball team or something.
The oldest
in their hometown.
NFL player in 2024 is Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
at 41.
It was the
and
guy.
and he's not making us look very good.
Nick Folk, 40.
Kicker.
Matt Prater, kicker.
Then that's it.
40.
It was the guy who just retired from the Rams and is now a broadcaster. Bald-headed guy with like sexy silver beard.
Orlando Pace,
No,
What?
Marshall Falk.
No.
white guy.
Archuleta,
His name.
No.
And he
Drew
retired
Bennett?
last year, and I think he was like a lineman who was like 43.
oh,
got up
man,
there.
Really?
He got up there. I can't remember his name, but
But I mean,
I got my guy.
that's a
then.
great metric, right? Professional athletes.
All right, Bartolo
not bad.
Colon, 50.
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Come on.
Big fat guy, though.
Oh, does that
Yeah.
matter? You
Oh,
can be
what's
old.
even-
and
Big
fat
sexy,
guy.
you mean?
Terrible.
That's
terrible
even more
cholesterol.
of a marker.
Hey, he's the oldest guy to also hit a home run.
Oldest
for the very first
NFL
time.
player in history
He's
was
also Puerto Rican, so he's probably actually 60.
the oldest NFL player in history was George Blanda. He was a kicker and quarterback for the Bears and the Raiders
In like the 60s, right?
from 49 to 76. He retired at the age of 48.
We still have time.
Doesn't count. Doesn't count. He was quarterback for probably first half and kicker for the second half. Come on now. They were wearing those square-toed shoes. This is a different time. We're talking about modern sports.
Okay, Marc-Andre Fleury, oldest active NHL player, is 40.
Yeah. See? We're seeing a consistency here.
40, 41.
So you are no longer young
Man.
if
Well,
you are older than the
Oldest
oldest
of the
professional
active
athlete.
players. Active players.
Yeah.
And not these freaks like Ichiro.
I know there's another Japanese guy that's in professional soccer. He's 57. Still playing.
But professional soccer where? In
In Japan, I think.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
He's forward for the
Don't try it. Don't try it.
Atletico Suzuka.
Okay.
See, how about that?
Thank you.
I don't want to start an international incident.
No.
Well, I think that settles it.
I think so too. I mean,
Thank you.
if we have to have
I
a
think
line,
that settles it.
and we're not
Lern's
talking about
getting a van.
low-level
dude.
J League teams.
Can we add bowling?
I knew we'd get there.
See, thanks.
No bowling.
How about racing?
I love bowling.
Race car drivers, those guys will last a long time.
Yes. And that is
Bowlers are old
Good.
at 20.
athleticism.
You have to look old.
When I watch bowling on TV, I'm like, is this guy 27 or 95 years old? You can't tell.
Yeah, what's amazing is you would think darts would be like an old man sport. You seen like those dart
Oh,
competitions?
young dudes.
There's a lot of young dudes just like killing it.
Young dudes. Maybe you reach a certain age and you appreciate naps, and then and that's a sign of your age.
Uh-oh.
I don't nap. I mean, I appreciate a nap. I'll take it if I need it, but I don't normally nap. Do you guys all nap?
I
have to,
haven't in
or
the
I'm
past
miserable.
month, but I do appreciate a good nap when I can get one. Okay, let me ask you this question, Lern. If you had a totally free day to do whatever you wanted,
Yes.
how would you spend it?
Go to the mall. I'd try on a lot of clothes and I'd buy them all.
But if you could break down 24 hours,
Oh, okay.
if you could break down 24 hours, how would you break it up? I mean, you go to the mall.
After 10. Listen, I naturally I
want, like,
arise.
so of the 24 hours, like, how many hours are you sleeping? How many hours are you spending with your cats?
Sleep in a full 8.
Full 8.
Okay. So whatever time that is. And then I don't shower.
Ew.
I put on my athleisure wear. I go to the mall, buy a couple of new threads. I have lunch, probably at California Pizza Kitchen, if I'm being honest. I leave the mall. I come home. I then shower. I put on the new clothes. They are not washed. And then, I go to Helen's and I'm having a couple of drinks and then I'm dancing because it's Friday. And I call my friends and they come out and I take an Uber home. That's my day.
All right, well, a new poll just looked at what America's perfect day would look like. What America's perfect day would look like. And we wouldn't do anything special, just a whole lot of relaxing. So here's the breakdown of what our perfect day would look like and see if this sounds good to you. 6 hours and 54 minutes of sleep. Now, they go down to the minute here.
Oh, okay.
6 hours and 54 minutes of sleep. 2 hours of eating.
Hell yeah.
3 hours of family time. An hour 24 minutes hanging out with friends. An hour and 6 minutes hanging with the pets. 3 hours and 6 minutes watching TV. An hour and 24 minutes spent on hobbies. An hour and 30 minutes messing around on our phone. 48 minutes exercise, which sounds lofty. 48 minutes spent shopping, a 42-minute nap, yep, on top of the 7 hours of sleep you got. And finally, 1 hour and 18 minutes spent listening to music.
Probably go to Froyo, too, to be real.
Yeah, I love that.
I would have
So
that
you're
on the way
negotiating your
home
day.
from the mall.
From the mall?
Yeah. When's the last time you guys actually went to Froyo and made yourself a little frozen yogurt, little sundae?
It's been about a
It's
year.
damn delicious. Okay.
There's one down the street here.
The last time
Let's go today.
we went to Froyo, brought the kids, and my mom was with us, and she wanted to pay in cash. And the cashier's head almost exploded to try to make change because
no.
the last time somebody tried to pay with cash
Was the 80s.
was, the early 90s, and they had to go get a manager. And my mom said, "Are you going to close the register when you leave?" Because this kid...
Because I'd be stealing, Roseanne.
Didn't know how to make change. Had to go find the manager in the back. Left the drawer open while we're standing there.
But how was the yogurt?
I didn't have any.
You didn't have it?
That's the problem.
No, that place is a racket.
No, it's not. And you know
It's
what? They keep
good.
closing them, and I feel badly.
Because it's a racket.
The one on Manchester that was near my liquor store that I used to go to closed. And
That's the one where you get all the toppings, right?
Absolutely
It's
it is.
the toppings bar.
You weigh it.
Heath Bar,
You
Crumble,
weigh it.
and
Get outta
Gummy
here.
Bears. Oh, it is so
I
good.
went to the one in Central West End. I don't know if it's still there or not. That's the last time I went. The one by Brennan's. It's good,
If anybody'd like to go
okay.
today, I'm down.
but I'm pretty sure I think I paid $176.
Because of the weight of it.
Yeah, I threw it up there.
Right
I needed a
on.
dolly.
Yeah, they got and the Fixins bar, sprinkles,
Marshmallows.
Oreos.
crushed up Heath bars,
Gummy worms.
cinder blocks. Why are you putting a cinder block in there?
Just
Great
do it.
blueberries.
Yeah,
Oh, I get real gross with what I'm doing at the Froyo.
found a lead weight in this gummy worm.
Yeah.
You guys running a racket here?
Yeah, they're weighting those little cups down. I know what's going on there.
Dude, they got the marshmallow drizzle. Oh,
I know what's going on.
Oh!
I know what's going on there.
it's orgasmic.
It's an
Marshmallow
occasional thing,
drizzle.
though.
Gummy bears weigh a lot.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you gotta play smart.
Well, and that's when we used to bring the kids. There used to be a place across the street where we used to live, and they'd get the gummy bears and the gummy worms.
It's $20.
What are you doing, man?
It's the same thing. I can't be trusted. That's
What
why
are you doing? This weighs. Gotta go with the way stuff that weighs the least. You're killing me.
That's why they let you do it yourself. It's like people are idiots. They can't be trusted. And if we're going to charge them by weight, they're taking you to the cleaners. It's the same thing with like the Schnucks salad bar.
Yep.
I can't be trusted to make my own salad, dude. I need someone to be like, no, fatty. Little bit of cheese, a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll get up there with that styrofoam thing and throw that salad on the Schnucks salad bar, and I'm like, oh, I just bought a $37 salad. That's insane.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's insane.
They're counting on your gluttony.
Yeah.
That's the point. It's just
You're like, dude, you got 2
charging for
pounds of
gluttony.
salami in here.
Pay attention to the size of the spoons, the serving spoons.
Ooh.
Big or small.
Big.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Big spoons, big scoops.
Whoa.
They weigh a lot. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Ever since I saw that video of the guy drinking the soup out of the vat
Don't do this to
at the
people
salad
today.
bar.
That was a one-time thing. No one's ever
Forgot
done it.
You ever
about
see that video?
Yes, of course.
At the grocery store.
Yeah. At the grocery store, he's taking a ladle and just eating it right out of the. I don't know if it was a tomato bisque or maybe a clam chowder. I don't know.
That was pre-2020. Didn't they get rid of those things?
No, they're still there.
Oh, really? Not at my grocery store.
Ooh.
Fancy.
No,
No,
the
it's
salad
not
bars are
fancy.
back, baby.
They are back.
Salad bars are back, baby.
It's
Yeah, I
funny
don't think-
because one of those times you always do something that you don't normally do. Like if you make a salad at home, it's not going to be the same salad that you make at a salad bar.
That's true.
Because there's so many options and you become a different person at a salad bar and at a froyo.
You do. And that's a racket because your own impulsive lack of self-control is what they're counting on.
Yep.
And they're right.
And
On
they're
their
right.
target demo.
The house always wins.
House wins when I go. And I'm like, oh, 3 scoops of black olives makes sense to me.
Don't mind if I do.
Just pay attention to those scoops.
Yep.
Be
How
careful
many
out there.
cubes of Swiss can I hide under this?
Yeah. And then you weigh it. You go, this weighs 14 pounds.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
Sweet.
I did hit the jackpot once with Froyo. I worked across the street from one and became buddies with those folks. And they kept giving me these big coupon books, and it was like $5 every time you go in.
You're so lucky.
And it was pretty impressive. I was happy with that.
What a find.
It's a win.
What
You
a
just
win.
load it
What
up
a
however
win
big
for
you want
Scott.
it.
I almost opened up one. You know, I almost went down that road of like, do I want to open a Froyo in Columbia, Illinois? Because
No,
they
you
don't
don't.
have one. And I could possibly be making
And you'd be out of
millions.
business
Yeah, I would.
right now.
I don't know if it's $1 million business, but you could be breaking even.
It just sounds like a
Yeah,
headache and a lot of work.
Free froyo.
I would have the cleanest frozen yogurt stand of all time.
I bet.
And I
Those
would be the
places
happiest
are
person
always
to see you.
clean.
Yep.
Come see my froyo. Just look for the van.
There it is.
And do
Oh,
something smart.
yes.
Get rid of all the
Those-
waste with the
I-
paper and start using metal buckets so it weighs more.
I
Let's
will
go.
say every time I've gone to one of those froyo places, they're always clean. You know why? Because nobody goes in them.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Oh, my
Boom.
goodness.
Hey, today it is February the 5th. So I will tell you what holidays we're celebrating today.
Okay.
Okay. Today is, National Signing Day. Today, high school students can commit to the college of their choice. So good luck, seniors.
Well, I better commit then.
Today is World Nutella Day.
Oh, so good.
Today is Chocolate Fondue Day.
Wait a minute. How is that possible? You can't have Nutella and chocolate
It's
fondue.
World Nutella Day, but National Chocolate Fondue Day. I don't know.
Shots fired, in my opinion.
Global Nutella.
You like some Nutella?
No.
I do.
I love it. And how have you had it?
The little packs.
No,
Packs.
my daughter loves it. She buys a little jar.
Yes, but how do you
last
have
time I
it?
had
Those
it
are
was
the
in
most wasteful item I've ever seen.
Just spoon in jar. That's
was
how I have
in a
it.
crate.
You spoon Nutella into your face?
Yes, I do.
I mean, I
You
like
don't?
that. I respect that. That sounds amazing.
I don't do the sandwich.
Wait, you don't?
No, bro. You put it on
I put it on my tongue.
put it on like bananas or something like that. But the best way to
I had it in a crepe.
that's I was gonna say.
That's
Le
that
Bon,
sounds
Le
good.
Bon Boucher is doing crepes
is
now, and
American.
I went straight at Nutella and
Tell it can go
banana.
to hell.
Bro.
No, it cannot. Dude, they have now the little, the impulse buy at Target or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's just a little dollop of, it's like Dunkaroos, but with
what he's
little
talking
cookie
about.
sticks,
Yes.
like little
Wow.
breadsticks.
I've never seen that.
Dip into the
Yeah.
Nutella, have
It's
the
the
best
most
day.
wasteful packaging I've ever seen.
Absolutely. it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Packaging of anything.
It's like a
that is
giant,
absurd.
thick plastic thing
So deep.
that's about an eighth of an inch deep of Nutella and about 5 pretzel sticks. And I'm like, man,
Yeah.
Nutella
single
in a,
serve.
Nutella in a walking crepe. You know, you fold it in like one
Yeah,
of those
I
like
know.
triangles,
I just-
and you just walk around with it. And, God,
I don't love it.
I love a crepe.
dang.
What about a fondue? What about a chocolate fondue?
I've fondued before. It's fine. You got to be in the mood for it, and that's last time I fondued, it was in Chicago at like a fancy place, where you like fry up your own chickens and stuff.
Like the melting pot.
The melting pot.
Kind of like the
Every
melting
time,
pot.
Oh, they can go to heck, bro.
every time I go to the melting pot,
Yeah.
and it used to be one of the kids, like for their birthday, like, what do you want to go out to dinner? The melting pot.
That was fancy kid stuff. Yeah.
Well, I vetoed, like, the past 2 years, I'm like, we're not going there. I leave there feeling like garbage.
Why?
Maybe it's the amount of cheese you eat.
Or the grease that is a vat in front of you. Yes.
I had
You
the
seem like
strangest.
selling points to me. Not,
Okay.
I have to say, I had the strangest. This still to this day, the strangest restaurant experience of my life at a melting pot. I was not served because of my tattoos at a melting pot in this day and age. I mean, granted, this is
Your
In
tattoos are a melting
St.
pot.
Louis?
this is 15 or 20 years ago. No, this was in Nashville.
why?
I don't know, dude. In Nashville, like Music City, we were playing a festival, and I went down, and it was just two
Did
of
they
us.
see your tramp stamp?
No, but just, I mean, I would have understood if they had seen that and kicked me out.
Hey, dude, your shirt peaked up a little bit. No, we ain't.
No.
No, you ain't getting no melted. You ain't getting no fondue.
To this day,
Fondant for you.
to this day, weirdest experience ever.
Never forget, man.
The what do you call it? The hostess kind of looked at me strange and then sat us, and then somebody came over and said, you know, what would you like to drink? We're like, water, please, and then they left, and then they came back. A manager came back, and then 20 minutes went by and nothing. And then I said, hey, what's going on? Can we get started? I have a show. You know, I gotta play. I can't be here all day. And they came over and said, hey, we're going to ask you to leave. And it was so confusing that I was like, what? Like, and because I had something to do, I was like,
Why?
what?
What was the reasoning?
I don't remember exactly what they said. This was like 2003, 2004.
Was it like adult? Like you had to be over 18 to eat?
Nice. But
No, seriously, what was
I don't
the
know.
reason?
It was something about like my tattoos or something. It was like, I don't know if there was a
Did they
family
think
there.
they were like, offensive? Did they
Well-
misinterpret a tattoo? Like
No,
they
I
thought
th-
they saw a swastika?
I think
I
it was
get
just
it.
like this
I get it.
old
Listen.
school thing.
with somebody with tattoos. When somebody with tattoos walks in, they cannot be trusted with the long forks.
You're
Ooh,
right.
yes,
with the
danger.
long,
Yeah.
with the long fondue forks. You know, this guy's probably going to stab somebody.
Out of
It
prison.
just shows you how
Just out of prison.
knows what a shank is.
it shows you how the world has changed. A guy with tattoos in 2004 walks in. I had a blonde streak in my hair. Gets kicked out, and now the biggest guy in country has tattoos on his face, and came from the emo scene.
Are they
Times have
throwing
changed.
jelly roll
Times have
out of
changed.
the melting pot?
They
Hell
might.
no.
You
They
have to say
might.
biggest.
Times
Jelly
have
roll
changed.
take melting pot to the cleaners.
I ended up talking to somebody.
Guys,
I
he's
think
lost weight.
from the St. Louis one, and they were like, "Hey, we'll give you a gift certificate," and they tried to do a make good, and I was like, "No, thanks. I don't think I want to eat in a place that would kick me out." And
It's a franchise. I'm sure the one in Nashville is.
I'm just saying,
Don't-
it's still
Don't
stings.
penalize the
It
town and
still
country
stings.
melting pot. I remember a record guy came to town. This is when I was music director for the station. Bob Hathaway.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So when I was music director, these record guys would come in and try to quote unquote work us on records. Hey, add this to the playlist. So Bob's like, hey, let's go out to dinner. I go, great. He goes, I'm paying. I go, okay.
All right.
Right on.
Where are we going? Melting pot. I go, just the two of us?
Mind blown.
So romantic.
Just the two of us with all 4 courses, the bread, the dessert, all of
I
it.
go, this is an odd choice.
He's courting you.
He goes, I love melted cheese and chocolate.
I love raw meats.
I go, Bob?
Wait, hey, why is the melting pot supposed to be sexy? Is it because of the long little shanks? Because they expect you to dip the chicken and fry it up all nice and then
Nope.
put it in the
And
person's
put it in the
mouth?
person's mouth. Here's a sharp.
I don't know.
Take this.
It was
Here's
like
a piece of pumpernickel that I just
Oh.
dipped in.
It was like the quintessential. It's like the quintessential college date, or it was
Yeah,
for a
dude.
while. Where
Right,
it's like
to show you that you're
I
going to
like
invest
this girl,
time and
man.
money.
I got to take her somewhere that's like classy.
Yeah.
Somewhere where she's going to be like, this guy could be husband material.
Well, it's also.
What if we went to a? Is it just because you're like sucking on something that's all wet?
Well, you know
is
what
there
it-
something sexy about
No,
the dunk? And
I
the
think it's a
suck?
signal of money and time that you're
No,
willing
it
to
comes
invest.
down to our instincts. It's a hunting and gathering thing.
Okay. Go on.
So they give you the plates of the vegetables,
Ooh, fire.
the meat, fire. Me, man,
meat
gathering meat, cooking it.
Yes, in your mouth.
Fork long like weenie. You see later. Ugh weenie, measure up to fork.
You're gonna go back and you're gonna go back and bang it out with all that cheese in your belly.
And
No
grease
way.
splatter.
No.
You're gonna get
diarrhea.
more fondue.
Yeah, you're food drunk. You may as well go to Fogo de Chao or something.
You're
Just
gonna
get
be
meat
human
drunk.
fondue if you 6'9" after melting
Oh.
pot. Oh, that's too far?
Don't bring that number into it.
I thought we were having fun here.
I like that you say 6'9".
Yeah,
that
that's-
makes it different.
Clean it up.
Okay, so it's chocolate fondue day, okay?
Well, I'd like to just
All right.
be a proponent for those of us who don't have the money to go to melting pot.
Oh, please.
You can fondue, if you're willing to risk it all, you can fondue at Golden Corral. Because that's the last time I saw a chocolate fondue fountain, and I watched little kids, unsupervised, little mongrel kids with Kool-Aid mustaches just sticking a marshmallow skewer in, take a bite, and sticking it right back in. And
Let
taking a
them
bite, taking a Rice Krispie treat, sticking it in, licking the chocolate off, sticking it back in, and I go, oh, Lord. That's recycled. That chocolate's going down and coming right back out.
no, I thought it just goes into a.
It goes into the chocolate river
goes
to
through
be.
the filter and-
It goes to the chocolate treatment plant at
goes
Willy
through the
Wonka's factory and comes back through. Come
good.
with me and you'll see the best way you can get scabies.
Yeah, he sticks the marshmallow in up to his elbow.
Right.
It's also let me see here. Oh, it's a shower with a friend day.
Tight.
Shower with a friend day.
Who's in?
Yeah, the
Save
new office
water
has
and
a shower.
shower with a friend today. We won't tell.
Just with a friend.
Why?
It doesn't say a spouse. It doesn't say a partner.
What
It says shower with a friend day.
You guys ever do that, like in sports and stuff? Like you had, like,
Having music, yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
A lot of our dressing rooms
Must be
are like
so crazy.
hockey, hockey locker rooms.
Not
Like
a fan.
You play arenas and stuff. Your dressing rooms are always the locker rooms. So sometimes the only showers are the big boy showers. You know, so you
That's a
just
dude thing.
Jump in there.
Like,
whatever.
I mean, I'm sure there was women that have played sports that maybe I'm not thinking about, but like in college, that was the closest I got to ever showering with a friend because I lived in the dorms, and so my
Every
roommate
80s
and I.
movie shows women shower together all the
That
time.
never happened.
And then there's the guy
drill a hole in the wall.
Yeah,
And it's not a crime.
Right. No
It's a
big
fun
deal.
thing guys do. It's not a sex
Super
crime.
cool.
Not at all.
Yeah.
We had a shower on
Weird science.
a couple of our buses, and they would be like in the back lounge. And you're not going to kick anybody out if you're driving. So while people are driving, people are playing Halo, you're showering right there. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It's whatever,
Gotta
man.
get clean.
Yeah.
Guys, just not my favorite. Never been a fan.
It shouldn't be your favorite.
It's just gross. The showers are gross, and then like guys are disgusting too, especially like sports guys. Like there was a guy on my college football team who had the biggest wiener I've ever seen, and the showers were like shaped like a V, kind of.
Yeah.
And he would get in the shower that was around the corner, and then you wouldn't even see him. You'd just see his piece come around the corner, and he's
Oh,
trying
my
to pee
goodness.
on you.
Oh.
And I'm like, it's such a dominant move.
Ah.
He's already hanging brain
Such a
like
prankster.
it's just gross. I'm like
Such a prankster.
and I'm like,
huh?
that's just every guy is just being in there being gross.
I feel like you're just constantly whipping each other with towels. Like when I think about it in my head, I'm like, oh yeah, just lots of whippage with getting ya. Ooh, just bare ass.
A lot of piggyback rides.
Yes, it's fun.
Yeah, get on my
Leapfrog.
shoulders.
Have you guys played leapfrog in there? That's great.
That's fun.
A lot
Yeah.
of wham. Playing a lot of wham.
Hey guys, let's soap up and play leapfrog. That's
See what
fun.
happens.
That's great.
Today is also
Did you say soap me up before you go? That's hilarious.
Weather Person's Day.
Oh.
Who's your fave?
Well, I was going to ask. And this is named after
Templeton,
the
maybe.
birthday of a U.S. weatherman, a guy named John Jeffries, one of the first TV weathermen. Not what TV. He was born in 1744, so weather people.
Okay.
John Jeffries. Happy Weather Person's Day. Favorite weather person? We're a Templeton show.
We're a Templeton show.
Gotta be a Templeton show.
This man,
We are a Steve Templeton show.
he makes me feel calm and informed. Mm-hmm. And there is something arousing about rolling those sleeves up because I know it's Templeton time.
Yeah, if there's one person I could count on, And not taking anything away from your, your Chris Higgins or your Kent Earharts.
You know who it was
Please.
before? Dave Murray. I love Dave.
I was going to bring up Dave because that was the
Dave
first.
Murray.
That was the first weather guy that I fell in love with.
Me too.
And I have a signed headshot from him.
You do?
I do.
We need to put that in the office.
No Earhart. This ain't an Earhart show.
Kent Earhart's band. You want to see a weatherman go from weatherman to rock star? Go see Kent Earhart's band.
Didn't know he had a band.
Oh,
But
yeah.
when Dave Murray would say goodnight, because he had I think it was 10 o'clock. Was it 10 o'clock? He'd just come on, in between the program on Channel 2.
It seemed like the guy worked 24 hours a day.
And he would say, good night, everybody.
Earhart's the guy that'll kiss your wife on the lips when he meets her.
You think?
Yeah.
It's weird to see him all sweaty. I'll tell you that, because he's always buttoned up with his little cute sweaters, on the TV. And then when you go see him in the Soulards playing his covers,
Didn't know that.
he's got a button down, unbuttoned, and he's sweaty and he's talking to your wives.
Really?
Yeah.
He's so tan and smooth from Botox that it looks like sweat would roll off him like one of those
What?
Zen fountains that you would see at a psychiatrist's office or something.
I'm going to see when his band's playing next and give him a little love here.
Are we talking about the same person?
I think so. You don't think he's a tan, smooth looking dude?
He's got, oh yeah, here we go, you guys.
Come on.
Blue Moon Blues Band, I
He's
believe.
not smooth.
Dude, look at that. Bro, first of all, go look at a live broadcast. He's way tanner than his headshot is.
Blue Moon and the Umbrellas.
What does he play? Is he singing?
He's guitar and singing and killing it, you guys.
Earhart.
He's going to be Saturday, February 15th, Hammerstones in Soulard,
I got plans.
3 to 7 p.m.
Check it out. I'll stick with
Well,
Templeton
we're
and the
Templeton.
Hayburners. Yeah,
Templeton
he's
is
got a cool bluegrass
his
band.
boss.
That's right. Templeton rolls those sleeves up, and every time he does it, I'm like, I just keep hoping he's going to go get a tattoo and not tell anybody.
Yeah,
Just
on
get
his forearm.
like a snake wrapped around a freaking dagger or
I
something.
know,
A
dude.
snake wrapped around a
Doppler.
Yeah,
cumulonimbus
Doppler.
cloud.
Yes, dude. That would be tight. If I was, in fact, Steve Templeton, I know you're a listener. Go out and get a cool snake wrapped around one of those a Doppler radar that you put up in the tornadoes, dude, and just have it say Storm Chaser in cool font. That's tight.
I'll give you another one.
How about a nuck tattoo?
There he is,
Storm
dude.
Chaser.
Can some graphic designer out there, AI, please? Steve Templeton ripped off Rambo's shirt with his pecs out, with the tattoo on his arm,
Yeah.
with the forecast behind, chance of hail. That's, I
Hell
want
yeah.
that.
That's
to
his
be
first
printed.
single, right?
Chance
of hail. Okay, so we got Shower with a Friend Day, National Signing Day, World Nutella Day, Chocolate Fondue Day, Weather Person's Day, and today is National Fart Day.
What a blast.
Well, let's celebrate right now.
Fart Day.
A guy
Nice. Sure,
farted
you can
so
look it up.
loud at the gym last night.
Oh, yeah, I saw your post.
I was in shock because I was like, when you're, we talked about this. I had my headphones this time, but I have this workout app that I use, and when you hit the thing to show you the exercise, it'll kill your music. I don't know why. It's just on the phone. So my music, I was looking at the next thing I was gonna do. And I don't know if he just thought everyone's got their headphones in, or if he had his headphones in, he didn't know. And he was sitting on the leg extension machine, so he was flush. He was flush and bent at the right angle, and this guy ripped ass so loud. I mean, it was
Yeah, I tell you what, the gym is
it was crazy. I'm just whoa.
The gym is the place for stinky farts, but you could also get away with one because everybody's in their own world.
Well,
Yeah, everybody has earplugs.
Everybody's got their
Earbud-
earbuds in, and everybody's got their headphones on.
I put him on the news. I put him in my stories.
But you got stinkies though, because you got a lot of protein shakes.
Yeah, there's some stinkers.
There's some stinkers there. Yikes!
I just couldn't believe he bounced one off the seat like he did. He didn't even try. He's just on his phone, texting somebody, and it was it was a muffler. No, it wasn't like that, dude. It was
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sounded like an Evinrude getting fired up to go out on Lake of the Ozarks. I was like, holy smokes.
Well, this is your fart day fun fact.
Maybe he was celebrating early.
Farts can travel at speeds of up to 10 feet per second or 7 miles an hour. There you
Stinking
go. That's
fast.
your fart day Fact.
It's a fart day miracle.
These are all actual holidays. And with that being said, before we hit the break, I brought a roll of toilet paper for Lern today.
Yes.
Because you're thinking about switching to a plant-based
Yes.
a plant-based toilet paper.
Like banana peels?
I've been seeing these
Yes.
these ads have been served to me with like Rumor Willis and Stephen Dorff.
Well,
and
I
Lisa
guess all toilet
Silverstone.
paper is plant-based. Come from paper wood, so
It's not
Yeah,
a
it comes
bad
from
idea.
trees.
technically all. It's got no dyes or anything like that.
Yeah, and you have this at your home, and you love it.
And what's it called? What's it called? I forgot what it's
I forget
called.
what
But
it's
you're
called,
watching
too.
the ads for it, and you're like, I'm thinking of switching. I go, I think
Brown
we already,
paper.
We already switched.
Yeah, and I was very surprised.
Give me the ply situation here.
It's normal.
It's normal. I think it's a good thickness.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't have any dyes or anything like that. I don't know. You know my wife.
For some
she's
reason, I
very-
feel like it's like the meat paper at the.
Yeah.
When you describe
When you
it,
wrap a sandwich,
Yeah, wax paper.
I'm seeing this stuff
It's
at,
called plant paper.
plant paper.
at the meat counter.
It's not. I brought. You could squeeze.
I would love a rip.
Give him a ply or two.
I'll give you a play.
I'd like a sheet
Ply.
for inspection.
What is that?
You're just gonna have to make do. I don't
Give him
know.
a square.
No, give me a few squares. I want to use this.
One square from me. I just want to feel it. I want to peel it, and
But-
I want to know what's up.
I don't want you guys fondling my toilet paper. I'll give you like a
But it
little.
doesn't have any
roll.
like weird dyes or anything, which supposedly get
You don't get
up in ya.
vulva vaginitis, which apparently you can get. From the ads.
I'm not sure I can get it.
Rumor Willis is breastfeeding her baby, sitting on a toilet, and telling me about plant paper and why it's better if for your lady bits, as well as because there's all sorts of carcinogens that can come from certain types of toilet paper.
Right,
possibly.
and Stephen Dorff talks about your beehole.
Yeah.
How important it is to have the right kind of toilet paper. And we've been getting this stuff for my wife. Buys all this stuff,
It's great.
and it's fine. I'm not complaining.
I told my husband last night, I scheduled a text to Riz for 3 p.m. yesterday. Don't forget the roll of toilet paper. Brought it in. I told Tim last night, I go, hey, Riz is going to give us a roll of toilet paper that I think we should try. I showed him one of the ads, and he was very excited.
What's the price difference?
It's $15 more a year than what
Yeah.
you regularly spend.
I think that should be the metric of middle-aged.
When you really care about
When toilet paper is important.
When the toilet paper gets you excited
This
and
is
everyone's
funny.
hyped, you've reached.
Well, Lern texted me yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, let me just go to I'm going to put it in my the lunch pail."
I'm excited to
paper.
share.
Now, with that being said, Have you
It stops
heard?
vaginitis.
Vulva
Is that what you said?
vaginitis.
vulva vaginitis, which we
Is
don't
the worst kind
it's
of
the worst
vaginitis,
kind.
huh?
Scott can attest to that.
Oh, yeah.
Look it up.
Now, with that being said,
No joke.
what do we think about reusable butt wipes?
I don't like it. UTI Central. No thanks. End of story.
Please
You mean
explain.
diapers? Like old school cloth diapers?
There is a mother out there, and she's on social media. She is defending reusable toilet paper as a budget-friendly hack. A woman who goes by the name Jasmine set up her camera to show how her family of 6 share reusable cloths instead of your traditional toilet paper.
Oh, so it's like reusable diapers, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically little towels.
You got a separate washing machine for that?
No, you do not.
Well,
Dude.
count me out.
Mix it in with everything.
But I can imagine if you make like a little, like a mini fridge, they need like a mini washing machine, a mini washer and dryer for these kind of things.
Poo rag machine.
And then you can convince me to look into it.
It's like a washcloth
Right, that's what I'm
that
saying.
you wipe your butt with.
Right, and then you wash with your shirts.
Yeah, one side says butt, the other side says face. So,
Right. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to leave anything to chance.
No.
I don't want it in there with my towels that are drying my face.
No way, dude.
So she is talking to the camera, and she's restocking a wicker basket that sits on top of the toilet tank, and she's folding these little washcloths for your tushy. And you know what? Here she is talking about it. How do you think this works, though? Is it? It's not as gross.
You put it in a diaper genie?
It's not as gross as you think, because she kind of breaks it down.
Yeah, like I said, if there is a separate washing mechanism for this that keeps it away from my face cloths and my shirts.
I mean, she talks about she talks about, them being white, so she only likes to use white ones so she could bleach them.
Yeah, nice.
So I'm sure it's a separate wash.
Yeah, that's good for your.
Separate your whites.
Separate wash, yeah, but not a separate washer.
You do like a load of just the poo rags.
Yeah, but let's say you have an especially dirty situation.
Could you imagine?
It's the
You
norovirus.
said on the air that you don't even wash your spouse's underwear, that you guys do separate loads.
I am not saying I want the
You
poo
would
rag
wash your
I am doing the plant paper,
your
okay? I've
dookie
made my stand.
rags in your house. No way, dude. This is not. You guys are out of your mind. I don't care if the washer was 3 blocks away. I'm out.
Right.
You're not doing this, huh?
You ever been to someone's house who's like just diapers? And babies are cute. We're talking full adult loads here, guys. We're not talking about. I went to my friend's house while she was hanging up like her little reusable cloth diapers because she wanted to be that mommy, which is fine. And it was disgusting, dude. They were just like hanging all over the house. Like there was like a line from the treadmill to the windowsill. She was just hanging like these skid marked cloth diapers.
Here is
up.
Jasmine
I'm like,
talking about it, right?
I'm
This
out.
is Jasmine talking about the reusable toilet wipes for the family of 6.
I just washed all of our reusable toilet paper, so now it's time to stock it and
She
fold
calls it toilet paper.
She sounds like she's 12, by the way.
She looks young. It's not toilet paper. They're toilet cloths. Reusable.
our reusable toilet paper, so now it's time to stock it and fold it. We keep a basket on the back of the toilet, and this is what it looks like. It's where we put our clean, like, reusable toilet paper. I prefer to have white so it's easier to bleach.
Yeah.
Good. Okay,
Yeah.
good call.
There's a lot of, like, people asking if we use the same one.
Do we use the same one? Or does, like, Dad have his own, like, specific one? Are they monogrammed? Like,
Yes,
so
they
I
are.
know, like, little Timmy has his own.
And technically, yes, but not, like, at the same time. We wash them. You use one, and then, you put it in the dirty bin. So technically, everybody's still going to use it at one point, but they're clean. It's like a clean towel.
How bad does the dirty bin smell? Like, what do you mean dirty bin?
Now,
like it's a diaper chinny? That it has a little twist? Because otherwise your poop particles are just
So there's
hanging.
the clean. There's the clean bin, which obviously she puts on top of the toilet tank.
It's just a hamper. This is just a doo-doo hamper.
And then they're putting in the dirty bin the white. But now I watched with horror at first. I'm like, ew, God, how could this be? It's got to stink.
I smell it now. I swear it's in the room.
It gets a little better, though.
That's
and
me,
I-
sorry.
Okay, how could you kind of justify this? Yes, budget friendly.
Is it more eco-friendly?
Yeah, I'm sure it's eco-friendly.
Well,
Do you
using
think? I mean, you're using
a ton
water.
of bleach.
Yeah, you're using
You're
bleach.
using
and water.
bleach. But I'm thinking about situations where, I just had come from the fondue place.
Well, and if you have company, do you have a roll? Do you have a guest
Oh, there's
rag?
that too. Well, here we go.
And it's not like it's really dirty what you're wiping. You bidet first, and you
Okay, that's key.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a towel.
Right?
yeah.
So once you got to that part, I went,
this is changing
okay.
things.
Right.
Still, I want.
Still, I want toilet paper.
No. Still, I want the mini fridge washer.
Yeah.
I want a mini fridge washer, and I'll tell you where I want it. I want it in that bathroom, hiding behind the bathtub or
Where
something.
you just throw it right in immediately.
yeah, just
Hey,
boop.
dude.
Does it make it better that you bidet first?
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you shower.
Yeah,
now.
it's better. It's better than leaving a dirt clod on a washcloth. Yeah. Still out. You could give me a medical grade autoclave that they use to sterilize instruments for surgery, and I'm still out.
wiping. You bidet
I want it
first.
to go down
and
the
you
pipe
pat
and away
dry.
from me.
You bidet first and you pat dry.
you
You
wuss.
bidet first, and you pat dry, and it goes in the bin.
Change is scary.
I mean, don't knock it till you try it, I guess. Let's all try it.
You know, it's funny.
Dude, imagine going to someone's house and you're just, I gotta drop one. I'm gonna sneak off to the upstairs, and and you're like, what? There's no toilet paper. In
I
here.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Where's the toilet paper? I can't. I'm looking under cabinets.
That'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to have that as a surprise.
I'm
It's
looking
just-
under the sink.
You're
I'm
Jeff
like,
Daniels in Dumb and Dumber, where he's got to use the towel. in Lauren Holly's bathroom when he's got the diarrhea.
Yeah, I
There's
think
no
there was
toilet paper.
toilet paper in there, though.
Yeah, but he gets done with
Okay,
that.
let's say you get done with you go up, you sneak up to their house, into their bathroom, and you go, oh my God, where? You're done with your business, and you look for the toilet paper holder, and there's not there.
And you don't even know. You just see the bin of white, and you're like, what is this?
Let me do some investigating.
What is this?
So 3 seashells.
All right, why is there 2 trash cans? And you open up the little doo-doo hamper, and you're
That intense Russian
the music from Psycho.
Yeah.
Well, you see the wicker basket of clean rolled up towels on
Right.
the back of the tank.
Dude, the bidet changes everything, though.
does.
Because the bidet actually does change everything. And then when you get there and you realize the toilet paper is a horrible dryer, this is the fix. This is the in-between.
The comment section was rattled, to say the least.
I don't want a butthole beach
The
towel
comment
on
section also doesn't know crap.
Well, and I know what they said.
Because most of them probably haven't used a bidet.
One said, the sigh of relief
Shots
at
fired.
the word bidet, which is what I was.
Right, yeah.
There were, oh,
You should have started with that.
the way my mouth immediately closed when you said bidet and then immediately opened when you said Taco Bell. This was an emotional roller coaster. And she does mention that.
Really, actually, more common than you would think. And it's not dirty. It's just what people want to call it because they're not familiar with it. We did go through our toilet paper a lot quicker this week, so I had to do 2 loads yesterday because we ate Taco Bell and it really
Why did
There
you
go.
put that
See,
in there?
I told you. This is an emotional roller coaster.
Don't and now I feel like this is clickbait. You've brought us into your Taco Bell joke.
No, when you look at this chick,
Everything's tracking
everything
fine?
makes sense.
Man.
Everything tracks.
So everybody was fighting over the reusable toilet paper. As a family of 6, it can be quite difficult to keep it going, but we have a lot. I like to keep it stocked, and I also have more ready to go when we start getting low on these.
Where is this
But they
gal?
get washed in hot water. It's no different than just using a towel after the shower because you're clean when you use these. It's been such a game changer. You're so much cleaner when you use a bidet.
Where is this gal from?
But here's our basket of reusable toilet paper. Now it's going to go on the back of the toilet. And also, I keep one really big towel underneath it just in case someone really needs it. I forbid using more than one towel.
Okay,
at one
what does that
use.
mean?
I've used the big towel. I have an announcement, family. I've used the big towel.
But in case somebody needs it. I don't know what that means.
That
Means
I don't know what that means.
That means a thick mess.
It just has a sign that says "break in case of green apple splatters."
I like it.
Where the heck is that gal from?
I
Is
have
it
no
Pennsylvania,
idea.
maybe?
She goes up on everything.
Nowhere, Pennsylvania.
It sounds like
Well, she goes
Pennsylvania.
goes up on everything as if she's from the West Coast, but then she's got real hard G's.
which is
Going-
very Pennsylvania.
Is that very? I mean, it's very Forrest Gump.
It's like Pennsylvania Dutch.
Yeah.
It's like Sacramento Forrest Gump.
I forbid using more than one towel at one use. So if you're really having tummy problems, you get to use the big towel.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Towel.
Ooh, mommy, I got tummy
I
problem.
need the tummy towel, baby. I need the big. I think that Crunch Wrap Supreme just
I need
hit
the big.
home.
Mommy, the big towel.
Baby, I'll be
beach
right back.
towel.
I'm gonna go use the big towel.
I fought. They fought over the big towel. It
Isn't
rips
this
in
a towel we
half.
picnic on?
We're going out for surf and turf tonight. I ain't coming home until
man.
I'm ready for the big towel.
The big towel.
That's a melting pot night. You know,
Oh.
speaking of fondue day.
God.
On fondue day, 2 big towels.
2 big towels.
Yeah, they got their own chocolate fountain.
All right, we got to take a break. But first, and that is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Check out the all-new Hot Shots Lindbergh, your new home for sports in South County. Get all the info at hotshotsnet.com. From Troy, Illinois, Drew McRoy is our team business member today. Drew has been a fan of the Riz Show since 2015. Always keeps the point on his radio dial no matter what time of day. converted his wife, and he is a evangelist and thinks the show is better than ever. Loves Rafe in Memoriam. That is his personal favorite segment on the show. He hopes to get on a jumbotron at a local St. Louis sports event so he could rep his Team Riz jersey for all to see. Drew McRoy from Troy, Illinois is our Team Riz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Riz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Riz. All right, we'll take a break. Our buddy Randy Knowles will be here.
Mm-hmm. He's here now.
Oh, he's here now? All right, we'll talk about the Cycle Showcase, which is coming up this weekend.
Yes.
It is at, it is at the Foundry, the City Foundry. Mm-hmm. It is Saturday and Sunday. If you are a motorcycle enthusiast, this is the event for you. Plus, they're doing something new this year. It's called the Moto Movie Mania. And it's going to be at the Alamo Draft House, and they're going to show all these really cool biker-centric movies.
Perfect.
And we'll talk to Randy about it after the break. It is 7:22. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Right lane blocked due to a crash, 270 southbound at Tesson Ferry Road. Your point forecast scattered cold rain, high of 39. Right now it's 33 at the Point Studio.
How are you, everybody? Donnie Fandango, and I am very lucky, and I know I'm nervous because my hands are sweating like crazy. I got Pete and Sam from Chevelle. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's really great to see you.
Hey, it's good to be seen. Good to be here, Donnie.
Well, and it feels like there was a number of years where we were running into each other a couple of times a year, but now it's been, I would say, probably 3 years, and it feels like forever, but you're back with.
Have you noticed that your buddies that live down the street, the Williams, the good old neighbors, they just seem so much happier as of late? Well, there's a reason for that, because after 3 years of inflation and debt, which had crushed them, for the first time, they have the cash. They finally got the cash to secure their retirement, pay off those bills, and plan an incredible future. And they didn't win a lottery exactly. They did a genius financial strategy called the Sell and Stay program with Truehold. Now, it's absolutely easy. The home's value had rebounded so quickly, and they sold it to Truehold, and they got to bank all that equity in cash, which is awesome. But since they weren't ready to move, they get to stay with an easy, affordable lease, and Truehold's going to cover their property taxes, home insurance, and even those essential home repairs. Truehold unlocks your wealth without uprooting your life. So get a Truehold offer right now where home values are high. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
We are backstage at Point Fest with a St. Louis favorite, and the great part about this today is that they're actually going to get to play. Ladies and gentlemen, highly suspect backstage at Point Fest. What's going on? Welcome back. It's wonderful to see you as always. But I would also like to tell you that Natural Born Killer has been one of our favorite songs of the year so far. It sounds great on the air, and it sounds like a great highly suspect song. So let me ask you, where did that come in the recording process? One of the first, one of the last? Where was that?
Smack dab in the middle.
Oh, okay. All right. I always wonder if, when it comes out as a strong lead single like that, if where it was in the creative process matters. You know what I'm saying?
I think once we heard that riff, it was like, okay, this is like the sports anthem style riff. We just kind of knew it would be the one.
Yeah, absolutely so. So a new album is out now. All right. How quickly do you see the audience singing songs back to you? Like if
almost immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are
luckily.
And you got to be kind of like amazed and taken aback by that a little bit.
Oh my God, it's a blessing. It's incredible.
I can't remember words to songs I love from 20 years ago.
I can't remember the words to the songs that we wrote, so I struggle.
You know, here's like kind of a weird one, and I'm very curious about like little things like this. I was at a show the other night. Pearl Jam was here. They played the Enterprise Center. And you have half of the venue that have phones up and are trying to record the entire show. And then you have the other half that are seemingly annoyed by those that are recording. As a band, do you care?
I hate it.
You hate it.
It's the worst.
But let me ask why you hate it. And I hate it because I'm a short guy. Inevitably, somebody in front of me has got it, and then I'm not seeing anything. I'm dancing the entire show.
As another short guy, it bugs me too. You know, it's killing the view. Like, I want to see the show.
I also wonder who's watching these videos.
That's the thing, is like you take a cell phone video, and then what? You listen to it, it sounds terrible, you're never going to watch it again. It's like, take a picture, and put your phone down, be present.
Right.
You know, back in my day, we didn't even have the option to do that, so.
It's crazy to me when I see people complain about Jack White's phone policy, where he won't let you, you got to leave it in a bag. And maybe that's a little bit too much, but I like the general idea of just going to the show and watching the freaking show. Like, right, exactly.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, completely unheard of. So, touring-wise, we busy the rest of the year, I would assume?
We are.
Well into 2023?
We are.
How far do they book you dudes out? So, like, if I want to make a 30th anniversary show for The Point for next year, because we're turning 30, how far ahead do I have to, do I have to talk to the booking people to get Highly Suspect in?
No, you just talked to us, you just said that, we'll be there. You know we'll be there for you.
All right, well, thank you very much. It's a big birthday. I mean, 30 years for an alternative radio station these days.
I can't wait until I have mine.
My next birthday is 50. I'm not prepared for that even in the slightest. But now when my kids say I do old man stuff, I do old man. I mean, I can't even fight them on it anymore.
Like what? What's old man stuff for you?
Well, let me tell you. I have this particular pair of New Balance tennis shoes, okay? I got them to walk in, and as soon as I took them out of the box, I am not even lying, my two oldest kids started crying, laughing at me and my old man shoes. And then when I tried to point out to them that how much the arch support means to me, oh my God, like they were hyperventilating. So that's just one of the things. I have the TV on super loud all the time. My hearing is going, the hair. I mean, dude, it's not a pretty picture. Like, my wife is way too cute, truthfully, for what's going on here.
You're selling yourself short, Donnie. You're a beautiful man.
Thank you, man, very much. I've taken this in a very weird direction, but more than anything, I just wanted to tell you guys thank you. We love it when you're here. You mean so much to us as a band for the radio station, and we're just genuinely thankful when we get to see you.
No, the pleasure is ours. You guys have done nothing but support us since day one, and it's honestly like an honor to be loved so much by you guys and by St. Louis, and it's felt, and we're very excited to be here as always, and yeah, tonight's gonna rock.
And I really wish I could get away with wearing sunglasses like that, too. Your sense of style, fantastic. Well done. Johnny, the boys from Highly Suspect, backstage at Point Fest. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, man.
All right, here we are backstage, way back Point Fest, with the boys from Lit. Gentlemen, how are you? It's great to see you again.
Doing great. Great to see you guys.
Okay, first and foremost, I hear that there is illness sweeping through the Lit camp. Can we confirm, deny what's going on?
I'd rather not use the word sweeping through because it's just one guy.
Okay.
At the moment, and luckily we're at the tail end. We got like less than a week left of the tour.
Man, so you're hanging on.
We've been out for over 10 weeks, or about 10 weeks, and that's not bad. And
logistical question for those of us that have never had to do this. And obviously the advent of the urgent care probably changes the game a little bit.
Yeah.
But when you guys are in East Lansing or wherever the hell and you're nowhere near home, somebody gets sick, it gets to the point where you're like...
Finally cleaned out your garage and you got all this scrap metal. What are you going to do with it? You're going to just throw it in the dumpster and it's going to go off to the landfill? No, you are going to bring it to Scrap Mart Metals. That's right, Scrap Mart Metals. You'd be amazed about how much junk in your garage around the house on that piece of property you have is worth cash at Scrap Mart. Now, unlike the other guys, Scrap Mart's clean, it's safe, it's convenient. Locations in Jonesburg, Peevely, and in Valley Park right at 141 and 44. They'll take cast iron and steel, electric motors, batteries, aluminum and cans, stainless steel, brass, copper wire, even drive through on a scale and collect your cash. And the scale weights are visible to you. Everything's on the up and up. They've been offering top dollar payouts for all your scrap metals since 2011. Collect all the recyclables from your home or business you'd normally throw out, load them into the car, make a quick drive over to Scrap Mart, and let them sort it, let them weigh it. You're all good. Walk away with some cash. Recycle smart and get some cash at Scrap Mart. ScrapMartMetals.com, ScrapMartMetals.com.
Bum, bum, bum. Hi from the outside. I mustered called 1,000 times to say I'm sorry for all things that you've done. I tried to call you, but you were not home. No, you weren't home.
Hi, I'm Riz from the radio. 314-276-55... 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. I don't know whose number that was.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, Ma, he gave out your number.
Email RizShow1057thepoint.com or send an instant feedback message through the 1057 The Point mobile app. I mentioned the Mick Ultra Studio cams, right?
Sure.
Joining us in studio, the guy behind the Cycle Showcase. It's Mr. Randy Knowles.
Hey.
Good morning.
Hey.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you guys.
A man that can get away with wearing leather on leather.
Oh, yes.
Leather vest.
Oh, you got your leather vest on?
It's a leather shirt.
Leather shirt, leather
You're
jacket.
cool as hell, Randy, every
Thing.
time.
Leather. It's cold out, man.
It's cold out. Listen, you're a biker guy.
Yeah, but I don't have anything to prove. It's cold.
Hey, before we get to talking about the Cycle Showcase thing, man, we should add this to the list of the world's most dangerous activities. Selfie taking. Selfie taking. Now at Cycle Showcase, there's going to be a lot of photos, a lot of people taking pictures with bikes, a lot of selfies.
I encourage that.
You encourage that. You know how dangerous selfies are? How many people have died from taking a selfie?
Ooh, like a great number?
How many people have died?
Like each year?
Selfie-related accidents between the year 2008 and today. How many people have died taking a selfie?
That's a good amount.
I'm going to say, like, over time, I'm going to go 5,000.
5,000. It's not that much.
Okay.
Nationwide or worldwide?
Worldwide.
Wow.
For a time, Wikipedia kept a running total.
Documented selfie deaths. Huh?
Documented selfie deaths. Like people
Show
falling
me.
off cliffs.
Show me 1,057.
No, that's too much.
Oh.
It's you guys are shooting too high.
700.
It's 480. 480 people
Wow. Way more
have
people.
actually perished while taking a selfie.
Man, it's a sad club to be in because I'm sure the vast majority of people that hear about that are down on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like instead of their first instinct to be, oh, what a tragedy, it's some sort of weird, inhumane, you idiot kind of thing.
So
You
it's
know what I mean?
480 fatalities, hundreds more sustaining serious injuries. And by way of comparison, far more people die taking selfies than from shark attacks, which like 5 to 6 deaths a year.
How many
Selfies way more dangerous.
How many you think are like in the Grand Canyon? I feel like that's the spot that you hear about the most.
I don't, I'll be honest with you, people don't die taking selfies at the Grand Canyon because they've idiot-proofed it.
I don't know.
Or aren't there railings and stuff? Listen, I've never been to the Grand Canyon.
My aunt, she fell in the Grand Canyon where they were taking a photo. And
She
her
did?
Yeah, but they
She died?
felt like
A selfie or a photo?
it got really close, but they landed on the level down below, and she broke her ankle, and her sister-in-law broke something too. But they were trying to get a picture, and I guess her sister-in-law lost her footing and knocked her down.
Were they holding the camera?
No, someone else was.
Doesn't count.
Okay.
I wonder if you add in those.
I think someone else was.
Photo op deaths or photo op injuries. Skyrocket, I'm sure.
Well,
The selfie ones that I remember hearing, or at least reporting on this show, are usually involving trains.
Well, and you know what? I'm going to bring that up because in this article I read, so naturally many of these incidents, of people dying while taking a selfie happen, in the world's most picturesque spots or those made famous by popular movies or TV shows. So there was a story out of Japan, the small city of Otaru. There, I guess, was a movie that was done there, a very famous movie called Cities in Love. And there's this very picturesque street, and people go there to take pictures. Earlier last month, a Chinese woman died after she walked onto railroad tracks and was hit by the train. And the husband was like, she was so intent on photographing this iconic location, she didn't even see the train coming.
Aww.
Wow.
So now they got to put security guards around this street to prevent people from dying. Falls from heights are the most common injury in a selfie-related incident. Mm-hmm. It's trying to get as close to the edge as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to the gorge in New Mexico, and you're just hanging out on the side of a cliff, and
in fact,
be careful.
in Russia, the government was forced to launch a quote safe selfie campaign after too many people died while taking selfies. In fact, one 21-year-old woman shot herself in the head while taking a selfie with a pistol.
Oh, you're supposed to use your phone.
She got confused, Scott. She got confused.
Hey, man.
Nice, Scott.
You're
nice.
having a good day.
Good, buddy.
You're done for the day.
You're done for the day. Get out. Don't say another word.
Costanza.
The banana peels and phones.
Don't say another word.
All right.
Batting 1,000.
Two young Russian soldiers died after they pulled a pin on a live hand grenade while taking a selfie. But the government leaflet that was handed out to the youngsters warns, quote, a cool selfie could cost you your life.
What a way to go. I mean, terrible. The dumbest way to go, right?
It's really dumb.
Dumb way to die.
And, I mean, God forbid something to a loved one happens like this. I would say they died in a much cooler way. I would not be truthful. I would not admit that, my loved one died from falling off a cliff trying to take a selfie. I'll say a knife fight with a gang.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And he was a hero.
Yeah, and it was a hero. But just know that be careful out
The
there,
Arizona
guys.
Canyon gang.
That's right, yeah. Hey, selfies encouraged at Cycle Showcase this weekend. Everything's going to be safe.
No dangers.
No danger.
Right.
I don't think there are any cliffs at the City Foundry.
No, there are not.
So how many years have you been doing this?
This is the 12th show in 13 years, 14 years. I don't know. We skipped a couple of years there for that one thing.
For the thing. But wow, so 12 or 13, that's amazing.
Y2K. Yeah. Yes. I remember that. It was it was a sketchy year.
City Foundry this year, Saturday from 11 to 7, Sunday from 11 to 4.
Right.
And we're talking handcrafted 101 motorcycles from some of the best builders in the world coming here to St. Louis. If you are a motorcycle enthusiast, this is the event for you.
This is fun. This is we're starting to get a name around the country, and people are responding to the show, and they like the way that we're presenting it. And we present the bikes and things. And being the first show of the year, it's become an unveiling event for bikers, or I shouldn't say bikers, for bike builders, for guys that do restorations. I've got a couple of race bikes that are coming in that are fresh and new for the year. So for guys that are going to this much effort, putting this much time and energy and money into building a bike, and they bring it to St. Louis, and they choose St. Louis as the place that they want to show it for the first time, we're making a little grand unveiling
that's awesome.
ordeal out of it.
And a lot of under the sheet, what's under the sheet, and ta-da, because that's what Randy gets. Ta-da!
Ta-da! That's what Randy says.
Yes.
Randy says, ta-da! Here you go.
That's what I say every morning.
The first motorcycle showcase of the year is here in St. Louis. So
Well,
a lot of these guys who have been working over there, over the past couple months, unveil their bikes here.
I've been building bikes and doing production for a number of years, and I thought, why doesn't St. Louis have a really cool bike show that rivals some of the things that I go to see in Sturgis or Daytona or wherever? And we're so centrally geographically located that it makes perfect sense to do it right here in St. Louis. I'm really proud to do it here in St. Louis.
And you have guys coming in from where?
This year, far west is Montana, Boston, Florida, Texas.
And these are some of the best bike builders, in the country.
Yeah. Bike builders, bike restorers. I've got not only Harley Davidson stuff, European stuff, Japanese stuff, anything that's well engineered, well designed. Just the beauty and the art of the motorcycle is the inspiration of it all. And then we go down the rabbit hole with how cool can your custom be?
Right.
How long are your forks?
So it's at the City Foundry, Saturday and Sunday. If you need more details, go to cycleshowcasestl.com. Now, you're doing something new this year at the Alamo Draft House. It's called the Moto Movie Mania.
That's right.
So it's going to be biker-centric movies being shown at the Alamo.
Yeah, this is the third year we've done it at the City Foundry, and love the space there, the 18-rail space there, the event space that they have, and being able to do it there. And all the builders, when we've done it before, have had a great reaction to all the food court and all the fun stuff that's going on there at the City Foundry. So I'm looking around the City Foundry, and there's a movie theater. I'm like, why don't we show biker movies that weekend?
That's sweet.
I approached the Alamo Draft House. I said, hey, what do you guys think of this? And they said, we love it. Let's do it.
That's the perfect place, Randy, to do it. Such a cool theater.
And then I realized I don't have time to do this. So I ring up a friend of mine, a local guy named Will Thomas, who's heading up this, and he's a film producer, and he's worked on a few bike movies, and he's connected to the film world and the bike world. And I kind of just said, hey, what would you do? Let's make this an annual thing. And this will be the inaugural year for Moto Movie Mania.
Rafe, what is the greatest biker movie of all time?
Easy Rider.
That's not a question.
That's going to be shown.
That's one of the movies being
Not
shown.
Wild Hogs?
I mean, it's close.
I mean, come on.
It's close.
I mean, Easy Rider's great, but the endings.
Wild Hogs. Martin Lawrence, Tim Allen, and Travolta.
Never seen it.
You've never seen it?
Never seen Wild Hogs. Add it to my list.
St. Louis's own Sklar brothers did that.
That's
really
cameo in that movie.
It's not terrible.
Okay, good to know.
It is terrible.
It is.
It's terrible, but it is what it is.
I like that you're showing Mad Max too. Is it going to be original Mad Max?
Yes, the original Mad Max.
Original Mad Max.
And we have we're going to have a bike in the lobby there from the Mad Max movie.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
sweet.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to show the Dirt Bike Kid? That'd be good.
I think we looked into that, but we couldn't get it for rights or
BMX
something like
Bandits?
that.
No, not that kind of bike.
Rad.
That's bicycles rad. Yes.
Not that kind of bike.
But yeah.
What are the quintessential bike movies we're going to show? What's another motorcycle?
Dark Rider. Here, I'll give you the whole. Do you mind? I can rattle it off.
Run it off.
So Mad Max, Dark Rider, 50-weight Baja, The Passenger, Easy Rider, 4-Speed Stampede, and the Bike Riders.
The Bike Riders was out last year.
Yeah.
We're bringing that in, and actually one of the guys that was in the Bike Riders is a bike builder that will be showing a bike.
Oh, that's
in St.
cool.
Louis
That's sweet.
at the
That is
showcase. So, two bangs.
I
guess
love
the
that.
wild one with Brando. That's a good biker movie.
Never
too.
watched that either.
The Wild One is
Wild
on the list that IMDb has.
Of greatest biker movies of all time?
Yes. Now, I don't know if this is just due to the rating or whatever, but The Wild One is number 18, 1953.
And The Great Escape has a great, but I guess it's not a biker movie.
No.
You know what?
But iconic scene.
Yeah.
This is the motorcycle movie that stands out in my head. Terrible movie. Never show it, or do, just for funs. Cool as Ice from 1991.
Hell yeah.
Vanilla Ice, when he's with his chick and she's got his cool white jacket on and they're like straddling each other on the motorcycle.
Oh,
that was very
Yeah.
impactful for me as a child.
What about
my.
Terminator 2? Terminator 2 when he saves John Connor.
Ah, there you go.
He's riding around on that Harley Fat Boy.
That is
Yeah.
sweet.
That's a great bike scene.
I mean, Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. That's a superhero that rides a.
There you go.
hog.
Well, Randy, how long have you been into motorcycles?
Well, I've been a fan. I've had the motorcycle bug since I was a kid. My mom wouldn't let me have one, and every time we'd go to my cousin's house, I would jump on their dirt bike out on their farm, and I would take off, and I'd be gone for 4 hours.
Right. Yeah, freedom.
Yeah. My cousins just have an old dirt bike laying there in their barn, and I'd jump on it. I'll be back later. I'd take off. And my mom wouldn't let me have one, and then. As soon as I was out of high school and on my own, that was one of the first things I embraced.
So do you think if I played you the sound of a motorcycle engine, you'd be able to pick out the motorcycle it is?
Hell no.
Well, let's see how you do.
It'd be fun to hear.
Let's see how you do.
See. I say that.
I bet you do great.
No, you're just looking for brands.
Just brands.
Okay.
Just brands.
It's
All right.
So you don't need the model. You just need the
Like
brand.
Indian, Harley. That's a dirt bike, right?
No.
That's a big old touring bike, if I ever.
Anything?
Yeah. That's sounds like some sort of American V-twin motorcycle. You would say.
What do you think? What brand?
Indian.
Let's see. Get the answer here in a second.
Harley Davidson, one of the two.
This is a.
If you guessed Harley Davidson Fat Boy, you're correct.
Oh, there we
Okay.
go. We did.
Okay.
We guessed that.
Okay, what's this? Any guesses?
Suzuki.
Suzuki. Let's see. See if he's right.
That was the Ducati Panigale V4.
Oh,
That does not sound like a Ducati.
You're calling this guy a liar?
That guy's a liar.
You're calling this guy a liar?
I am. I'm a Harley guy to the core, but man, something about the sound of a Ducati, that Italian Ducati, makes my hair stand up on my arm.
We got to call this game. Name that brap. Name that brap.
Nah.
No,
Rafe?
That is my mother's special helper that she keeps in her nightstand.
I know that
Anywhere.
Hang on, he was going to say it again.
Is that a two-stroke or four-stroke?
That's the Yamaha YZF-R1.
Oh.
Duh.
Right. Duh.
You know, I've never. I mean, I guess all these different models and brands have different
All
sounds.
have different sounds.
Why
Kinda
is
sounds
that? What is
weird
like? Is that the?
It's engine sound.
Engine,
It's
okay.
it's an inline four. It's a opposed cylinder of a BMW. It's
Yeah. There was an old comic that had a bit about how all the motorcycles sound like their name. Like Suzuki.
Didn't Harley have the sound of the engine trademarked? I believe that's true.
I remember hearing something about that.
You know, the Harley sound is so distinct that they actually have it trademarked. Like no other bike could sound like a
Wow.
Harley. I don't know if that was a urban
1994. Harley Davidson attempted to trademark the sound of their motorcycle engine in 94, but withdrew the application in 2000. They still claim a common law right to the sound, though.
So if you have your bike
That's
sound like it.
That's marketing.
That's crazy.
That's pretty cool,
That's
though.
smart marketing.
That's cool. All right, what about this one?
A true powerhouse.
Is that a Honda Goldwing?
I was going to say Honda. That's what Honda-matic sounds like.
All right, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll go with Lern on this. We'll say it's a
Honda.
Honda.
A Honda of some
Show
sort.
me Honda.
It's the Honda CBR 1000 RS.
Man.
It did sound like my old CB.
That sounds like Tim. That's what his Honda-matic sounds like.
He's got a Honda Manic?
He does.
Nice.
All right, one last one.
How about this one?
That's a
Recognize
weed
it?
eater.
That's a what?
It's a weed eater.
That's a John Deere.
Tractor.
Anybody want to guess?
Yo, can I guess?
Wave Runner.
Yeah.
That sounds like one of those bigger bikes made by what is it? BMW? Is it BMW? Yeah. I'm gonna say BMW.
Okay.
That's the BMW S1000 RR.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, I I don't know if people like those bikes or not, but I've always liked the look of them. And there's a guy in our neighborhood that has one, and every time he fires it up, I'm kind of like, I think that's a BMW. And then when I see him go by, I'm like, that's pretty sick.
And that's what it sounds like.
I think a lot of cop bikes are BMW.
This dude rides it when it's way crazy cold out. I mean, he looks like the Michelin man. You know, like he's just puffed. He's probably a 130-pound guy, but he looks huge on this thing, and he rides it to work every morning and afternoon.
Good for him.
That's awesome.
Congratulations to Lern and Moon with the 2 guesses. Very impressed.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
And Rafe.
Thanks.
For guessing his mom's vibrator.
Yes, very
can't
good.
prove differently, and you can't repress memories because I tried.
All right, so what else do we need to know about Cycle Showcase? It's Saturday, it's Sunday, it's 11 to 7, it's 11 to 4. So 11 to 7 Saturday, 11 to 4 on Sunday at the City Foundry.
Yep.
You've got the Moto Movie Mania happening at the Alamo Draft House. 40-plus historically significant, handcrafted, timeless works of two-wheeled art.
Yes.
That's going to be this weekend.
That is this weekend, yes.
$12.50, which is how much wristbands cost, and it gets you access to both days.
Yeah, if you come on Saturday, we'll give you a wristband. You can come back on Sunday if you want to come back again. I can't stress this enough. This is a family event. I made this for a family event. Someplace you can take your kids.
Yes.
You can take your grandparents. You can take, anybody that just loves art, engineering, beauty, style, centered around the motorcycle. Just really happy to bring that here to St. Louis.
Cool.
And kids under 15 are free.
Yeah.
Can Moon pass off as a 15-year-old? If I carry him in.
Yes, if you can.
Say he's tired.
In the Mickey Mouse shirt, absolutely.
You're wearing a Mickey Mouse shirt.
Hey, I'm doing some video
Big
today.
baby.
We cover up those sexy tattoos.
Hey, man.
Hey, you guessed
I'm
BMW.
no baby. I know my motorcycles.
I'm very impressed. CycleShowcaseSTL.com is the website. That's CycleShowcaseSTL.com. It's the Cycle Showcase St. Louis this weekend at the City Foundry. By the way, Randy is the best sound guy in the business.
Ever, yes.
Ever.
You go to
Randy
the pageant.
runs. Yeah, if you go to the pageant and it sounds great, that's Randy's fault.
That's right.
If it sounds bad, it's the other.
That's the other guy.
The touring guy.
It's somebody else's
The touring
fault.
guy.
That's exactly
Yes,
right.
right.
Yeah, listen, what do people have to understand? What is the biggest misconception as far as sound goes at a concert? Like,
Ooh, misconception. That nowadays that so much of it is live.
Ooh.
well, yeah, a lot of it's on the old tracks.
Yeah. You're gonna love this.
So when a band comes
Randy
to
and
town,
I vibe. We vibe.
Yeah.
when a band comes to town, again, Randy's the guy that runs all the sound at the pageant.
Now, I will say this: when a band comes to town, if they're at the level of the pageant, they probably have their own guy.
But you work with them.
Yes, I've been there 25 years, and I'm trying to make their life as easy as possible that day in the pageant. Yeah.
So they'll be so their sound guy will be the one behind the board.
Behind the board that interprets the band's sound as they feel he best.
Right.
Yeah.
Or she.
Hey.
Or she.
Let me ask you this, Randy. What is the best place to stand or sit at the pageant for sound?
Right in front of the soundboard.
Really?
Yeah, because that's where the soundboard. That's why the soundboard is where it is.
Well, that's where the lighting guy is sitting right next to the sound guy, and the lighting guy's focus when he's spending 8 hours a day focusing lights and creating the look of the show. That's also the best place to see the show and to get the look of the show because you're getting the same perspective as your lighting guy too.
Right. So and that's not just the pageant. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, if you are at a concert or going to a show,
Makes sense.
sit next to the soundboard because there will be the best sound at that. What's the best sounding band around? That's come through the pageant that stood out to you.
Besides us, Randy. Besides us.
Clearly.
I was trying to work a slick joke in there. The best sounding band. Boy.
So many in 25 years.
25 years of concerts at the pageant.
I got to go back to a couple of things that David Byrne played in the early 2000s.
Talking Heads, yeah.
The Talking Heads. I've I've seen him since, and just remarkable shows. But the soundscape that their engineer and the sounds that came off the stage that they created had the audience stand up after about the third song, and they wouldn't stop.
Wow.
It was one of those where, you know, you clap after a song. This one went on for a minute and a half, where the audience just really.
One of the best sounding shows that I saw was years ago, Muse.
Yeah.
Muse at the pageant was one of the most incredible sounding shows.
Loudest show at the pageant.
Not sure how much.
Motorhead.
Yep.
Not sure how much is
Muse.
But it's entertainment.
This was
great. It is a great show.
It's very entertaining. It's worth it.
Yes.
Listen, I was a couple drinks in that.
That's okay if you enjoyed it.
No, I mean,
it's
just the way the industry is now.
But this was.
They were one of the
15
first
years ago, maybe.
Yeah, they were one of the first to revolutionize it because we were on the same label. We played a lot of shows together, and we were always like, wait.
Listen, I was entertained. Loudest show I've ever seen there was Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie was loud.
Rob Zombie, and he had the full pyro.
Yes, that's the reason I'm on Stereo has pyro.
Oh wow, really?
Because of Rob Zombie?
I was designing I'm on Stereo in the early 2000s, and I think we had confetti at the time, and Rob Zombie came through in the fall. And I saw fire and dancing girls.
Yeah.
I was like, who doesn't like this?
Yeah.
So I went to the guys in the band. I was like, hey, guys, I got an idea.
Fire and dancing girls.
Thank you, Randy.
Let's build stripper
Thank you,
poles.
Randy.
Let's build stripper
The
poles.
stripper poles for Young Les is because of Randy Knowles.
Yes.
We all need to be aware.
Yes.
And the day will come where Punk Rock Disney can afford the fire.
And the stripper
dancing
poles.
girls.
And the stripper
No, not the stripper.
Come on, Moon.
Absolutely not. But
Make an adult show.
the fire is a goal.
What are Daisy and Minnie doing?
It's a fine line between gymnastics and,
Right.
pole dancing.
All right. Cycle Showcase this weekend at the City Foundry. Don't forget about the Moto Movie Mania at the Alamo Draft House. Cycle Showcase STL.com. Mr. Randy Knowles.
Thank you, guys.
It's
Thank
right
you so
there.
much.
Leather on leather.
Thanks, Randy.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Crap on Celebrities next. It is 7:58. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We have delays 270 eastbound between Manchester and Ladue. Average speed about 30 miles an hour. Your point forecast, scattered cold rain, high of 39. Right now it's 33 at the Point Studio.
Learn what do you got for us?
Jerry Cantrell is trying to sneak into town. Alan Jackson's illegitimate son. Do you need a new trash show? Because I have one. And what is your most memorable Super Bowl halftime show?
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays. We got the porno birthday. All that and more next in your Crap on Celebrity. Stay there.
We were just talking earlier about fancy luxury cars, and if you want your next dream car, don't mess around, go anywhere else. Go to Mountaintop Motor Company because they truly have the best of the best. And you go to mountaintopmotors.com and see the entire inventory. And if you want luxury, I mean, they have a Cadillac Escalade luxury with only 58,000 miles, and it's only at 36 grand. And this thing is completely loaded. And if you haven't been in a Cadillac, they are incredible rides. I mean, they got all the bells and whistles you could ever want in a vehicle, and they're just wonderful, wonderful cars. But what Mountaintop Motor Company does is they go across the country, and they find the very best vehicles, and then they bring them right back here to St. Louis, so we have the opportunity to get in them and drive, and they have everything you need. If you're looking for maybe a first car, you have a kid that just turned 16, you're trying to get them something safe, reliable, they have great affordable cars for that. And if you need a work truck, if you need an SUV, a Jeep, whatever you need, they got it over there. And if they don't have it, give them a call and they will find it for you because they're amazing. And they have over 1,000 5-star reviews because their customer service is unbeatable. Go to Mount Top Motor Company, get your next car the right way. MountTopMotors.com, MountTopMotors.com.
All right, King Scott's official bucket list. Now, for those of you that haven't been listening, we have compiled a list. We've talked about it several times. And we have a new competition coming up with punishments. I know everybody's been clamoring for that. That's coming. We're going to announce that in a week or so.
We'll announce the Riz Olympics.
The Riz Olympics. There's going to be a set of events, and the loser is going to have hell to pay. But on the flip side of that coin, because we do love each other, and we do, believe it or not, behind the scenes, there's a lot of positivity on this show. The flip coin is we got a lot of stuff we can help each other accomplish, too.
Yeah, let's lift each other up,
achieve
guys.
our dreams. Let's lift each
Come
other
on,
up
guys.
and then break each other down.
Yes.
That is how.
That's the Riz Show way.
That's the dynamic we're looking for. So we went over some of Riz's bucket list items, and some of Moon's bucket list items, and people have emailed in. There's sponsors emailing in. There are fans emailing in. They're going to help us achieve our dreams. So it's become a community effort. So let's see if we can get King Scott some help in some of his. Number one on King Scott's bucket list, I need some explaining here, or maybe not. It says mysterious road trip, LOL.
Yeah, this one it's a big deal, and it involves numerous countries. And so, I mean, it's the dream of dreams that I've had for ages, and I want to document this whole thing. So I need to team up with someone like Jeremy from Cool Fire or something like that and talk with him because it's a big undertaking.
Okay.
I don't understand what it is.
I like that you explained it, kept it just as vague through the explanation.
I'll be driving
where are we
through
going?
numerous countries. That's all I can say.
All right.
And all over the world. It'll start in North America, and then
would counties be okay instead of countries? Because we could.
I could do a practice run. Yes,
Like
I would
we
love
could maybe go from St. Louis County to Franklin County.
We could put a bag
Sounds
over your
good.
head so it's kind of a mystery, like where are you in Missouri?
Yeah, but no, I could start. Yeah, throw me wherever, and
then you have to walk. Like here's what we do: we put you in the back of the car with a bag over your head, and then we drive you to some mysterious field, and then we dump you there, and then you have to just find your way back here.
Yeah, you get to have a pocket knife. You have a pocket knife and a ball of twine on you. That's
all
it.
right.
Fancy. In case they come across a mountain lion.
Let's not get off the subject here.
Yeah,
Mysterious
so,
road trip. We need
Mysterious
more
road trip.
details.
I don't know how anyone can help with that. It sounds like it's going to be a multi-country amazing race
That's
thing.
the big one. So we
That's
could
the
do
big
this small version. So I could do easily the Missouri
road trip.
run. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get back to you on specifics with that Missouri road trip.
Okay.
This, more specific, police horse ride-along.
Yeah.
I like this.
This one's awesome.
I like this. And one of my best friends, Rob, who was a police officer in St. John's, he was my college roommate, good dude, just joined the mounted police unit in St. Charles. So I don't know if I can make this happen, but I'll definitely put the feelers out.
That's a good one.
cool.
Oh, that's
He's
beautiful.
new to the program, so he might not be the perfect candidate. So if anybody
But
else,
maybe he
He
knows.
probably is. And yeah,
You
because
might
I was
know a
thinking
person.
Forest Park would be awesome to have the
stables
facility
over
over
there.
there. But
Yeah.
if I could do St. Charles too, that
Okay, good.
Yeah.
now are you okay with just riding along on a separate horse, or are you cool going
Tandem.
tandem?
Fans, great news. Underdog is available to play right here in Missouri. Now, the best app for the big game is not on the TV. It's not on a plate in front of you. It's on your phone. Now, Underdog is the easiest way to get in on the action and cash in on your sports knowledge. Just pick higher or lower on player stats. It's as easy as that. Yards, touchdowns, interceptions. You could win up to 1,000 times your money. And I've been using Underdog all season long. So if you think, Patrick Mahomes is going to be hot on Sunday, or Saquon Barkley, or you think, Jalen Hurts will underperform, make your picks in just a couple taps and ride along. Let's make it interesting. And with Underdog's cash-out option, you could tap to win now whenever you want. Plus, if an early injury ruins your entry, Underdog Rescues has your back with a promo refund. Underdog is the best place to play champions. Sign up now with promo code RIZ and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. And if you're in Missouri, You'll get an extra $50 when you play your first $5 entry. Must be 18 and older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. $10 deposit minimum. See UnderdogFantasy.com for terms and conditions. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
All right, first big summer show of 2018. We've got 30 Seconds to Mars and Wellesley Arms and Walk the Moon and K-Flay. How are you?
I'm doing great.
It's really great to see you. I got to tell you this, though, kind of changing up the interview from where I thought I was going to go. I want to know about the fitness regime in which that you...
I love the smell of your breath in the morning. Happy birthday, Riz.
That's nice. I'll talk to Chris Kerber in a little bit. Blues lost last night in overtime. Bummer. Also, your emails coming up. Crap on celebrities here in just a second. So we are 36 days into 2025. And if you're not impressed so far, don't worry. These are just the crappy months anyway. So what is America's least favorite month? America's least favorite month.
Probably January.
Of all the 12 months, America's least favorite month.
I'm going to say January because you're coming off the high of the holidays. It's cold. People are broke.
Yep, debt.
There's
the bills.
change. It's a new fiscal year.
You're going to go January.
Yeah.
I'm with Lern.
January.
For all the reasons she said.
Rafe, America's least favorite month.
I'll say we're in it.
You said February.
I think it's Feb because it's still cold. It's not close enough to spring. It's been cold for a while. The credit card bills, the weight of the new year. You've broken all your resolutions. It's Valentine's Day. You're single. You're lonely.
Give this man a hug. Scott?
You know, I think he sold me. I was going to say January, but now I'm going Feb.
Well, I will tell you, the two of you are right.
Thank you.
And congratulations to Lern and Moon, because January is the least favorite month of America.
All right.
Sucks.
January, then February, and then what's the third? So it's January and then February.
Like July, maybe, or something.
Who hates July?
Well, I'm just thinking too hot of a
Terrorists.
season.
Who hates July? This guy.
Have you been to Florida down there at that time?
Probably August, because it's back to school, back to work. The summer's over.
That's a good guess.
There's really nothing.
It's August.
Yeah,
Is
muggy and gross and.
The Southern Hemisphere may hate July. Who knows?
Yep.
August.
What's our favorite month? Do you have that?
I do. What do you think?
It's probably December, right? Because everybody loves the holidays.
October. North America is loving October.
Yeah,
Give me
it's
May.
April.
Give you May, okay.
May flowers.
May.
And Point Fest.
I'll just say October. I'm
October.
wholehearted.
Favorite month?
America? It's going to be a summer month. Probably June.
June?
Since I just said I'll go July then.
July. Okay.
Okay.
One of you is right.
Ooh.
And Lern, you said December? That's the second favorite month.
I said May.
Oh, May. Who said December?
I did.
No one.
Nobody. Okay, that's the second favorite month. October is number one.
Yes.
All right, baby.
Halloween, baby.
October,
Rainy.
December, May, June.
I do love October.
Me too.
Yeah.
I didn't think America would concur with me, though.
With what?
October. It's a good month.
October? People love October. Hate January. So there you go. All right, today is February the 5th. Back in the day, 42 years ago in 1983, Africa by Toto hits number one on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. 33 years ago, 1992, New Kids on the Block performed on the Arsenio Hall show. Now, this is, it's interesting, the story here, because they did it to deny lip-syncing allegations made by a disgruntled fan. So one disgruntled fan sued New Kids on the Block for $75 million. And to prove this guy wrong, they sang live on the Arsenio Hall show back in 1992. The fan dropped the charges later that year.
Charges?
Yep. 24 years ago, 2001, Kelly Ripa officially replaces Kathy Lee Gifford on Regis Philbin's, as Regis Philbin's co-host. He was put out to pasture in 2011. That same day, Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman announced they're breaking up. And that mistake condemned poor Nicole to a life as the wife of country singer Keith Urban.
He has such great hair.
And 1 year ago today, in 2024, Toby Keith dies at the age of 62 after a battle with stomach cancer.
Keith Urban's got a look though, where and this is not a bad thing, but for some reason the way he looks and carries himself and moves and just everything about him, if Men in Black were true, and there's like aliens in disguise, my finger is pointing at Keith Urban first. Like that's that guy. He's a spy.
Because he's Australian?
No, I don't know what it is.
No,
it's just his look and everything. I'm just like, there's something about this guy. He's just too perfect in every way. And you're like, bad disguise, buddy. It's such a bad disguise. It's a good disguise. You're from some Andromeda.
His hair almost looks like a wig in a way.
Yeah. The whole thing just looks too good and too bad and too.
And it kind of has a name an alien would pick. It's like Keith and
Urban.
I see Urban. You know, it's like, oh, that seems more popular.
The whole thing is as if he wasn't born. I don't buy it. I don't buy that guy had a childhood. I just think he's too perfect. Everything's just too perfect.
Yeah, you know what's funny? We don't know much about him.
Have you ever heard anything bad? You ever heard about when he was 11 and got beat up in middle school or something? Like I don't buy anything about Keith Urban. It doesn't make any sense. It's too good.
AI says no, Keith Urban is not an alien, but I'll keep investigating.
Show me a picture.
Go to
sub 20. you know what I mean? Alien.
Well, that's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your
That did not take much to convince you guys, by the way.
No,
you're right.
My compelling argument is look at the guy.
I would love to see him shave off the wig, and then I bet he would look even hotter without hair.
You know, shave it off. You just take it off.
That's right.
That's where the door is.
What's
that's
going on
that's
down
where
there?
the alien comes out.
Take off the wig.
Yeah, that's where the controls are.
Yeah,
Take off the wig. The guy
You
with,
see
it's a
little
little
lights?
alien with two sticks.
Right, for Men in
moving his
Black.
body.
With the same haircut.
Yeah.
yeah. With the guitar and the tattoos and whatever.
He takes his little wig off. There's like a little guy with a black streak, perfectly coiffed, and he's like, "It's me the whole time." Bleep blurp.
What's the most popular Keith Urban song? I couldn't tell you.
No.
Again,
I don't think anybody knows.
that's what I'm saying. This is a
He has a bunch, but that's not my cup of country tea.
interplanetary conspiracy.
Let's see.
Yeah, Keith Urban.
Fake news.
Maybe like you.
Maybe he has no songs. He just shows up and,
Right.
and people just accept that he's a star.
We've all just bought that he's just great at everything and has hits.
No one would have.
Name one.
No man would have the same hair as Kate +8 unless he was a big star.
And think about it. If he is truly an alien, like his first big song was "Somebody Like You." He's trying to tell people, like, I'm just like you.
I'm just like
That's
you.
a fake. There's no song. You know, that's not a song that happened.
Right. He's like.
I don't want to believe that he has music.
He's like the most
Urban
painless.
doesn't have music. He just showed up
He's
one
just
day.
And you know, I mean, I love Nicole Kidman, and I was reading an article this past week where one of her co-stars said that she was the most beautiful person he's ever seen in his life in person. I'm sure she is. She seems like a very sweet lady. But she also has something going on where I feel like she's like 1,000 years old, and she's got some sort of elixir, like the death becomes her elixir.
Scientology created.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe there is something to this.
Possibly.
Scientology created her.
She picks weird little men that you know nothing about.
What if L. Ron Hubbard is the little...
Created her.
What if he is the little alien
then
that's
she
inside
escaped.
Keith Urban's little wig? You know, he lives on.
Well, she's not a Scientologist anymore.
I swear, if Keith Urban has a necklace, there's a galaxy inside.
That's
Dude,
right.
if you rearrange the letters of Keith Urban, you spell Hubbard.
Whoa.
Think about it, dude.
With a
Don't
K?
you dare do
where's
this
the
to us
K?
right
What
now.
are you talking about?
Hey, just go with it.
Yeah, run
Let's
with
go.
it.
Don't even ask.
Yeah.
What can
makes
you
sense.
spell?
Don't sully our.
I'm just saying, you
theory
take the
here.
H from Keith and rearrange a few.
You
got,
turn it over.
Add a D and a B and
You got
Urban.
Hubbard, Icky.
Hubbard, Icky. All right. It slaps.
It's real to me, man.
All right,
you guys.
Sorry, Keith, but I don't trust you.
All right, Crap on Celebrities is brought to you by Cordell and Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Guys, the girl hole we are almost out of it. He's been added to the SNL 50 Homecoming concert, which I kind of touched on yesterday. It's set for February 14th at Radio City Music Hall. Eddie Vedder will be on hand, Chris Martin, Jack White, Devo, David Byrne, and Bonnie Raitt, and it's going to be streaming on Peacock, so make sure you check that out. Alice in Chains, fans who want to watch Jerry Cantrell on his solo tour, you're going to get a treat. He's going to be playing Hate to Feel from Dirt for the first time since 1993. And Riz told me this yesterday. Jerry Cantrell is going to be here on February 22nd at the Hawthorne. And this is a very under the radar. They're not promoting this show hardly at all.
No, I mean, because I saw him do Hate to Feel. I watched a video of him doing it, which I love that song. And it's not Jerry singing. He's got a singer with him doing the Lane Staley parts. But I looked at his tour dates. I'm like, what? I asked you, I'm like, where is this?
Right, and I couldn't tell you. Never been.
Somebody I know is on that tour, and they said it sounds incredible. But who's he touring with? Because it's running right now.
Well, where's the Hawthorne?
I don't know, man.
The Hawthorne.
It's in a hotel, man.
Is it really?
Let me see here.
No, I thought it was down. Is it down by the Fox?
It's on Wash Ave. And it's by...
I swear we've been there.
Wash Ave and Jefferson, essentially.
Oh,
Dude, that's awesome. I mean...
Just sneaking into town. So get tickets, small, intimate venue probably.
Who's on that tour? It's somebody...
Keith Urban.
Keith Urban's singing for him. February 22nd is the date again. REM, Death Cab for Cutie, the Postal Service, and Soul Asylum are among the acts contributing to an unreleased wildfire relief album that's called Good Music to Lift Up Los Angeles. It's going to be available this Friday. And speaking of that, proceeds from Fire Aid, the benefit concert, how much do you think they racked in from that benefit? It was all these stars. What do you think the donation total was?
And this was strictly online, wasn't it? Like it was streamed?
Yes.
50 mil?
50 mil? What do you guys think?
Ooh, that's good.
50 million from the Fire Aid show last weekend?
Yeah, that sounds right. Because there was like 12 shows.
Yeah, and how
there's so many.
It was streaming on how many different platforms?
Oh my God, like 8 different
Yeah,
platforms.
every venue was doing a money raising.
And it was
thing.
worldwide.
And some of the smaller ones, they can raise 50 grand, 100 grand, even on a small show.
I'm going to stick with 50 mil.
50 mil?
Yeah, I'll say 40 mil.
Yeah, it's all good guess.
By the way, it's Filter with Jerry Cantrell.
Filter?
Filter?
Hawthorne?
Filter is.
Are you sure?
I'm sure that they're my.
Is this the same? This might
friend
just be like a Jerry Cantrell headlining tour. Because Filter and Cantrell and Bush went out last year.
Filter will be at the Hawthorne
Really?
on February 26th.
Oh my God!
Wow. Okay, yeah, because it just started, and my bud's been posting how good Jerry Cantrell sounds, how good that band sounds right now.
What is February 22nd? Is that a?
That is a Saturday.
Before the 23rd.
Damn right. Right. Good
I
luck
got a
getting
trivia
tickets.
night that night. Whoops.
Tickets
Okay.
start at $93.
I'm going to
That's
say
an awesome-
63 mil.
$100 million is what they pulled in. So I bought a little tote from Fire Aid to support. So good job, everybody. If you want to go on a cruise ship with a ton of metalheads, 70,000 tons of metal, the world's biggest heavy metal cruise has announced details on its 2026 edition. However, they've not released the musical acts, which would be something that you'd need to know. It's going to leave Miami, head to Haiti on January 29th of 2026.
Haiti?
Yes.
What?
They love metal.
Nothing like metalheads and Haiti.
I didn't think that was a great place to go.
Maybe by 2026, things will be better.
Stay on the boat?
Stay on the boat.
I'm imagining you stay on the boat.
I bet they will. Or they'll go help, philanthropic metalheads. You don't know.
Sure.
Country musician Zack Top was just in town the other night. I saw one of our promotions people take a photo
His name
with
is Zack Top?
Zack Top. Okay.
He should have won.
This guy, I saw a photo of him and I was kind of annoyed. You know how you just have the general annoyance? I was like, oh, God. But then I was like, let it go. Well, now I figured out.
Why were you annoyed?
I don't know. There's something about this kid. He's young and he's trying to look too old. Look him up.
Yeah,
Zack
but listen
Top.
to him,
Doesn't
man.
he
has
have like a scraggly beard and like a black leather hat?
No, he's got a mustache.
Mustache. He looks like he's from the
Pull up Zack Top right now.
70s.
And I want you to tell me,
Sleeping on the
tell me who you
Zack
think
Top.
his dad is, okay?
Zack.
I want to say ZZ Top.
Listen, just
Zack Top.
Zack Top.
He was the product of
Pull
a
up-
three-way of
Okay.
ZZ Top.
This guy looks like the son of Joseph Gordon-Levitt, if
No,
I've ever seen
look at him.
anybody.
He's got the
It's
stash
Richard
right
Petty's
now.
boy.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
trying to act like he's 60 years old or
That's
something.
100%.
You got to check out that song "Bad Luck" from him.
Billy Gibbons and Dusty had a three-way and a Motel 6 with a Waffle House waitress, and this little boy came out.
Without the stash, he looks fine. With the stash, there's something off. He's not a stash guy.
He looks like Alan Jackson.
Well, good, because people have been rumoring that Alan Jackson is his father.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, and he's
Man.
not using the name Alan Jackson?
Well,
Or
that's
he's
not his
using the name
dad.
Jackson? Oh.
he knows who his father is. He's like,
He's not the
this is
pappy?
not my dad. You are not the father.
Not a pappy.
And so here's my friend Holly Hutton, who works for a country station up north. She interviewed him. I have some audio of this interview with Zack Top, getting asked about, are you the son of Alan Jackson?
No.
There's a rumor that you're Alan Jackson's son.
It's more than a rumor. I've been trying to figure out what the answer is. My parents won't answer me straight. Nobody will. I think the only way I'm going to get a straight answer is in Fort Worth when I finally meet him when we do that first show here in a few weeks. I'm just going to go up and say, "Hi, Daddy, I missed you." And we'll see how he reacts, and I'll know whether it's true or not.
Also, is he trying to talk like a country guy? I just find something fishy about this guy.
I don't like the guy.
Like it's a put on?
I don't like what's going on.
I don't know if he's my daddy or not, but I do love the Chattahoochee. That's a coincidence.
And Purple Snow Cone, I think that song is written about me,
love
and I'm
Purple
umbilical
Snow
cord.
I just don't like the whole Zack Top thing.
There's something about this guy, right?
The name.
Hey, welcome to Washington. I'm Zack
Zack
Top.
Top.
I think, that is genuine. He's from New York City. No, just kidding. He's from
Where is he
Washington.
from?
I fell and scraped my knee on the Zack Top.
Washington.
Yeah, Washington, I guess.
I don't like.
Zack Top.
No,
Washington
listen
Top.
to his music.
Washington
His songs
State?
are rad.
Do you like him for real?
Yeah, I like
Washington
his stuff.
State? He's from Washington State.
It's from Sunnyside, Washington.
I've never heard anybody pull that accent
I feel
out
like
of
that's a
Washington.
fake
Unless he was
mustache.
born there, then he moved to the deep south, but before he could talk or something.
He used to be in a duo with Daryl Bottoms, but it
Bottoms
didn't take
and
off.
Top.
Yeah.
Hey, what's he going to do, though? Walk up to Alan and say,
Thompson Bottom.
spit in this vial.
23andMe vial.
Excuse me, sir, spit in this vial.
Well, he did start. His first stuff was bluegrass whenever he was like a little kid. So he's been.
Well, does anybody even know what he sounds like?
No.
Yeah.
I'll be
He's
honest.
from
Bad
Alien
Luck.
too.
Unshaven,
song
he
Bad
kind of
Luck
looks
in.
like Jason
Don't need it.
Momoa's
Yeah,
kid.
he looks cute with no mustache.
Oh,
That
he
looks
is-
like a Momoa.
He is Jason Momoa,
Yep. You're right.
until he stretches his neck
Maybe
out.
that's what's bothering everyone, is
I
he's got a
think
little bit of
so.
a Momoa vibe.
I
Tell you
don't
what,
like.
though, I did love before finding my finding out who my birth parents were. I did love that. Anytime I'd walk up to somebody and there was a joke, and be like, "Where were you around summertime 1980?"
All right, here's a little Zack Top.
It was
All right,
a fun
let's hear
run.
this.
My lucky star fell out of the sky right before my wishing well went dry.
To be honest, I think this sounds great compared to everything else I've heard
It's
coming out of the
phenomenal.
country world. I like this.
He's doing the crooner thing. I like it.
Rafe,
Yeah, and his trills aren't overdone.
Crossing the road.
you guys all secret Zack Top fans?
I am.
So I know there's subtitles because he ain't never heard this song in his life.
Yeah.
Waiting
The lyric
on my
video.
shift to come in.
He's
my
got a good
goodness.
voice. I heard. I saw a duet with Billy Strings.
Hanging around.
Damn, Riz, country music expert.
Was always letting me down.
Yeah.
Had every reason in the world to give up.
But you came along.
And I don't give a what?
Wow, see,
Alan Jackson's my dad. Alan Jackson's my paw.
Okay, well,
It seems like you do know. Zack Top, it seems like you put Alan Jackson's my dad as a song lyric. Did I?
Hey, that's going to win.
oh, I didn't know.
Nah,
But this is Riz.
nothing.
country
I was going to go
character.
hard
Alan
on something. I just need
Jackson's
to
my
ease up.
dad.
This is
Jason
Riz's new country
Momoa's my
character.
mom.
It's what?
Anyway, go download some Zack Top, I guess.
Oh, dude.
Top out.
Jeff says 9 months before Zack Top was born, Alan Jackson was in his hometown. Look it up.
Did Alan Jackson bang Zack Top's mom?
Miss Top? Hey,
Wow.
let's not besmirch.
Somebody said his
name
middle
of
name is
Miss Top.
Dirk.
Zack Top?
Dirk Top.
Dirk
He
Road.
should have gone by
his
Dirk
mom
Top.
I'm Dirk Road. I'm Zack Top.
Is it Zach with a K or a CH?
It's a CH,
Oh,
which is not the right way, in my
that's an
opinion.
interesting choice.
Guys, if you need a new trash show, it is getting ready to be ours on Tuesday, March 4th. Denise Richards and her family, they have a new reality show called Denise Richards and Her Wild Things.
No.
And it's premiering with back-to-back half-hour episodes Tuesday, March 4th on Bravo. I watched the
can't
trailer. This show is so bad and wrong. It's so, Denise Richards is one of the most beautiful women in movies. And she has had so much work done, and she looks like Denise Richards still. It's not that she looks different, but there's something like what is it called, Rafe, when it looks fake and it's off-putting?
Uncanny Valley.
Keith Urban.
There's something uncanny valley about Denise Richards right
What?
now, and it's
Kinda
going
how
to make me watch
Nicole Kidman is, yeah. I
the
get it.
show.
What is uncanny valley? What does that mean?
It's when something is close to human, like our eyes reckon, but there's a red flag going off. Like some of these AI photos or some of the early.
That's Keith Urban.
Yeah, he's
Kind of,
Uncanny
yeah.
Valley. That's what I'm saying. Like there are people that like they are of human, but they don't feel totally human.
We should
when something feels familiar but unfamiliar at the same time.
Yeah.
We should
and it gives you
replace
the
it
creeps.
and now call it Keith Urban.
It's very. I have a weird. It's going to make me watch. I think. I don't know.
That's Denise.
Because she looks like a Denise Richards mannequin.
Yeah, that's a very good way to put it. She looks
Yes.
like a Denise Richards mannequin.
That's
It's not that she looks
Uncanny Valley.
bad. It's just something
What's with her face?
a little off.
Like, have
I
you
don't
seen
know.
the Android where they make the human Android to like mimic your face movement? She's like, "I use that right now," but it's like
Yeah.
it looks
Face.
almost real.
Yeah, because it's she looks beautiful,
She does.
but she looks not real enough where
Yeah.
I can't say I'm
She looks like a
attracted to
Tim
her.
Burton character of herself.
Yeah, she looks beautiful, but
She looks like a Muppet. What?
what?
This is what
she's
she's looked
hot.
like. I mean, she's gorgeous.
What is with her? What something's going on with her mouth?
Yeah,
Well, she's had
falling
fillers
off.
and different things, but
Did you say
Her
it's
mouth-
falling off?
Yeah, slowly falling off.
it's a very strange thing, and I'm all over this. I'm going to be watching Denise Richards and her Wilds thing on Bravo, I guess.
I mean, and this is a real done-up photo here. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm looking at a video here. Pardon me. I'm looking at a video, and she looks
Man, Denise Richards' Wild Things.
less unnatural.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
a good one. Gorgeous.
I forgot she was in that.
Netflix has pulled its support from Amelia Perez, actor Carla Sofia Gascon, in her campaign to win Best Actress award at this year's Oscars. Now, this decision is after a pretty rough week for the star, who a lot of offensive tweets from 5 years ago resurfaced. In them, the actress espoused racist and Islamic-phobic beliefs, mocked the Academy Awards for their diversity. A social media post came to light, and she issued a series of apologies and
They
statements.
didn't scrub that from her stuff.
Guess not.
Whoops.
She says that she has since changed her mind since writing the tweets, and she made history. She was nominated for Best Actress, becoming the first openly transgender actor to earn a nod from the Academy. Netflix pulling all of its support from her now, and it's unclear. I don't know if she will be going to the awards now.
Be careful what you tweet. Be careful what you put on social media. You never know.
You never know. Adrian Brody wants everybody to know that his nose is real. He was on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, and he told a story about how his nose was being mistaken for a prosthetic by a makeup artist who worked with him on The Brutalist. And he says it's funny. They were removing an apparatus all over me, and this woman was, busily working with a solvent on my nose. And she's working away, and I said, "Are you trying to remove that?" And she said, and the makeup artist was trying to find a prosthetic on his face, and he goes, "No, I'm sorry. This is real. This is my actual
This is
face."
me.
So
It's amazing.
Very interesting. Hugh Jackman had to cancel a July 6th performance in London, and now people are speculating that it's because Wolverine may be showing up in the next Avengers movie, Avengers Doomsday. So Marvel fans are all excited about it on Reddit. And maybe that's why.
Can I back up? I've been watching this Bravo reel about the Denise Richards thing, and I will say it's fairly compelling, and here's why. First of all, she seems like a crazy cool mom. That's what she's
she
trying
says
to do.
it. I'm a cool mom. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what she's trying to do. But it shows the daughters between her and Charlie Sheen.
Cool mom.
Oh my gosh, one looks just like her, and one looks just like Charlie.
I know the eyes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Right?
the one does OnlyFans.
Oh,
Which
that's
one?
Right. I think the older one.
Denise Richards one.
Okay, because there's the blonde one that has Charlie Sheen's face.
Has his crazy eyes for sure.
Yeah.
Amber Ruffin has been selected to host the 2025 White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Wow, winning.
She's the lead writer on Late Night with Seth Meyers, has appeared on I've Got News for You, hosted her own late night talk show. The dinner is going to be held in D.C. on April 26th. And finally, it is maybe the most important 15 minutes of fame for any musician to get selected to be at the Super Bowl halftime show. I wanted to ask you guys, it can be for good reasons or bad reasons. What is the Super Bowl halftime show that stands out to you that you remember watching?
I mentioned it yesterday. Prince was amazing. Tom Petty, amazing.
Yeah.
For me,
Stones.
The Stones are great.
The
Michael
U2
Jackson.
one. The U2 one was obviously post September 11th, and Rams were in it. Obviously, we were all watching. That was like intense.
For me, it was Aerosmith with Britney Spears. I
was
loved
horrendous.
that one. I loved that one because I just
That was horrible. That was 2000.
it's one of the ones that's like one of the worst. But I enjoyed
That
it.
was hot garbage. It would have been better if it was just Aerosmith.
Yeah.
But they had all the pop stars at the time.
Right. I enjoyed it.
I
It
remember
was
the
a mess.
I remember the Chili Peppers doing it and doing it unplugged.
That was
very-
with Bruno Mars.
Yeah, I'm not unplugged as in MTV, as in like looking like they're playing but not having their
Yeah, we
instruments.
were at
plugged
the
in.
brewery watching that. Remember we at the beer garden?
Yeah.
Flea's bass wasn't plugged in.
Who's
Right.
Flea's bass was not plugged in.
It's tight. I remember like everyone crapping on the Stones doing it because it was kind of like a throwback. They were doing all these like trendy, edgy artists, and then they crushed it.
Oh, the Stones are
It
great.
was a great halftime show. They absolutely.
Does
came
anybody
out and
remember
crushed
Michael
it.
Jackson's?
Yeah. It was
that
the
one was
first
awesome.
Because he was like he was on top of the stadium or something. And he came through the screen.
No, he came through. I thought he came through the floor. Oh, he went from the screen and went through the floor.
Yeah.
That was 93.
He crushed it.
So
Scott.
you did good with the joke about the death, and here we
Come
are.
on, man, you're killing.
So Billboard.com released the top most watched Super Bowl halftime shows of all time. Watched. Now, this is not best. And you talk about the Prince halftime show. That didn't even make the top 10. So people were not interested in that show.
So this is just eyes on the halftime show.
Yes. And Michael Jackson's is number one. That came in with 133.4 million viewers in 1993, which is huge. I mean, massive. 2024, Usher last year with Alicia Keys and Jermaine Dupri, among different artists, came in at number 2.
Really, I forgot that even happened.
Me too.
Who?
Usher with the roller skates.
That was last year.
I know.
Oh yeah, that was dope. Actually,
Oh yeah, what was the one? Remember, old boy running through the maze,
The
the
weekend.
weekend.
and all the memes coming out of it.
Yeah.
Rihanna's Super Bowl 57 from 2023 came in at number 3 on this list. Katy Perry at number 4
the shark.
from 2015 with Lenny Kravitz.
Well,
Shark.
and you know what? Prior to Michael Jackson, it was pretty much like marching bands and
they-
like Up With People.
The reason they did it was in Living Color stole their audience, and their advertisers were pissed the year before.
That they
And Living
tuned
Color
out.
did a special 30-minute episode on halftime of the Super Bowl on Fox.
Yeah.
And Fox stole their audience, and
New
they
Kid-
were like, "That's never happening again," because their advertisers wanted their money back.
All right, New Kids on the Block did one in 1991, but it's a Small World tribute.
Ugh.
Gloria Stefan and Olympic figure skaters Brian Boitano and Dorothy Hamill in 92, and members of the 1980 Olympic hockey team.
Why are you saying that? Like, what is that? Like, that was viewed well, or was that one of the best
Because
ones?
it was Gloria Stefan and Brian Boitano figure skating.
I don't remember that at all.
Get
was
on
92.
your skates.
And then 93 was Michael Jackson. 94 was Clint Black, Tanya Tucker, Travis Tritt, and the Judds.
Well, it's kind of interesting to see this. So, I mean, in the top 10 of the most viewed halftime shows, it is Michael Jackson, and it has the most views overall of halftime shows. Everything else, if you go backwards, 2024, 23, 2015, 2017. So it's all been in the last 10 years that viewership has gone up. Like number 10 on this list, Black Eyed Peas with Usher and Slash. That was 110.2 million viewers. So it's kind of interesting to see what got the most views. It doesn't necessarily mean it was the best show, but it was people actually tuning in for the halftime show to see it. What do you guys think Kendrick Lamar is going to pull in? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know him enough. Like a lot of older
It'll
people.
probably be on this list.
think?
It'll make this list.
You think?
So after the Janet Jackson debacle,
Right.
it was Paul McCartney, Rolling Stones, Prince, Tom
Who.
Petty, Bruce Springsteen, The Who, and then he started getting to the modern
Yeah, they
black
did,
eyed
like,
peas.
they,
Beatles.
they did 7 years of safe make
Safety.
Good.
Complete.
No
After
boobs
Janet
allowed.
Jackson.
Yeah.
No nipples.
Well, didn't Keith Richards show Under Sack, I guess, during.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty cool.
Oh my God. That's what his neck looks like sometimes, maybe.
Anyway.
Anyway, that was your crap on celebrities.
I'm looking this up and it says there was, I don't remember this. Do you guys remember? It says that for Super Bowl XXIX, which I don't know, I'm not doing that math. Halftime show was
10,
titled
9.
Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. Disney produced the performance, used it as an opportunity to promote the new Indiana Jones adventure attraction at Disneyland.
Huh. It was
You guys
early.
remember that? Tony Bennett and Patti LaBelle came
Super Bowl
out and sang
29?
with the Miami Sound Machine. I'm like, has that been scrubbed from the internet?
Yeah. Well, those are the unremarkable
Wow.
halftime shows. Anyway, birthdays.
Celebrities celebrating a birthday today. Henry Golding, that's Nick on Crazy Rich Asians, is 38. Cristiano Ronaldo is 40. Tyler Farr, the country singer who sings something I've never heard, is 41. Michael Sheen is 56. Bobby Brown is 56. Chris Parnell, what's up, Parnes, is 58.
Yo, Sandberg, what's cracking?
Nice. Duff McKagan is 61. Laura Linney is 61. Jennifer Jason Lee is 63. Tim Meadows, the ladies' man himself, is 64. Christopher Guest, one of my favorites ever, is 77. Darryl Waltrip is 78. Al Cooper is 81. That's the Blood, Sweat, and Tears founder and former keyboard player. And Roger Staubach, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, is 83 years old.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Felicity Vaughn. And today's birthday girl has been in 264 fine films, including The Anaconda versus the Cougars, Ass Worship 9, Big Booty Moms, Big Naturals 1, Double Bubble White Booty 3, Freshly Squeezed 2, Rico the Destroyer 2, and who can forget a role in 2006's The TNA Buffet. Felicity Vaughn is 46 years old. It's porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll talk to Chris Kerber after the break. And speaking of the Super Bowl, how about some of these weird Super Bowl prop bets, like what color will the Gatorade be that they throw on the coach? We'll give you some of the odds with Chris next. It is 8:36. It is Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. We have intermittent lane closures due to construction and delays now 270 westbound between 364 and 40. Your point forecast, scattered cold rain, high of 39 right now. It's 33 at the Point Studio. Oh, let's do it now.
Let's do it now.
Let's do it now. Okay, so wait, and Columbus, I don't think you have a clue how bad this gun hurts. Would you like an example? Would you like to try? Would you put your butt on the line and?
You guys can shoot me.
Yeah. Have Scott. How about you shoot Clonvis first?
Can I take one
shot in the
Can I
tush.
take one of his shots and give him 4? Was that
What?
fine?
No.
Oh, that's happened.
I'd like to. I mean, just as a gesture.
I mean,
of
that's a pretty.
goodwill.
That's a pretty amazing friend right there.
In tribute?
Or I'll take one and I'll still shoot him 5 times.
I had 4 last week, and I'll tell you, it was excruciating.
I'm interested to see if it's as bad as you guys say, or if you're hamming it up. So I'm willing to take a shot.
Yeah, okay. I would love for you to take a shot to see if we're hamming it up.
Fine. You know what? He'll take one of your shots.
You're amazing.
Shoot me.
All right, good.
Holy smokes.
He's going to take one of your shots. Wow, I'm such a pushover today.
Thank you.
All right, let's do it.
It's because I'm in a good mood.
Okay.
So do you get to, who's going to shoot me?
Scott will shoot you first.
Okay.
Okay.
It's only fair. Respect.
Scott,
I gotta take my butt out?
Yeah, no, put it up against the. Yeah, go up against the wall there. Just your undies.
See if
He's
his
got a
cheeks
lot of
have
gear.
a rosy red mark.
Flooring, a 30-plus-year-old company here in St. Louis delivering you gorgeous flooring options for your home or office. And if you haven't been to igotfloored.com, you should go, especially if you're trying to put some equity into your home. And let's face it, flooring is important. It's where your feet, your little patoots, walk around. You want it to be comfortable. Maybe you just bought a home and you're thinking of remodeling the kitchen, and you're thinking, all right, I want to have like hardwoods in here or tile floors, or maybe you got a baby on the way. You want to get that nursery to have more of a soft space, make it more insulated with the carpet. They got it all for you at Michael's Flooring, and they'll steer you clear. Maybe you have no damn clue what type of floors you need or /want. Michael's is the expert flooring company here in St. Louis. Their passion for flooring is why you go to Michael's, okay? You got questions, maybe you're on a budget, you want to see what the best bang for the buck is going to be. Michael's is not going to steer you wrong. They're going to make your floors look excellent, and they're going to be professional, okay? So they take pride in what they do. They've been in the business for a long time. Support this local company. Get your floors done, all right? Michael's Flooring. igotfloored.com.
How are you, everybody? Donnie Fandango, and I am very lucky, and I know I'm nervous because my hands are sweating like crazy. I got Pete and Sam from Chevelle. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's really great to see you.
Hey, it's good to be seen. Good to be here, Donnie.
Well, and it feels like there was a number of years where we were running into each other a couple of times a year, but now it's been, I would say, probably 3 years, and it feels like forever, but you're back with great new music, guys. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, it does feel like forever.
So let me ask you this, the break between records was the longest of your career. I'm sure you're going to get this question 6 billion times and have already, but it was a long break. What was going on during that time? Was it just a record that took a little while longer to make?
Yeah, we were doing records almost every 2.5 years, roughly.
Yeah.
And I think I hit a wall and I just needed a little more time. I think I kind of like, you know, we don't learn very quickly. We learn by mistakes mostly. So we decided, hey, let's add another year. Well, that year turned into an extra year, and you know, because of COVID and all that. So
So your kids have been asking you, they want to get into hockey and they want to know more about it, and you've done your research. You've seen how expensive hockey can be. Well, I got some great news for you. First Community, they know how to make your dollar go so much further. And if you're looking to get your kids into hockey, or maybe your niece, nephew, whatever it is, go to First Community and ask them about the Little Blues program. They've teamed up with the St. Louis Blues, who offer a low-cost learn-to-play program, which lets kids ages 4 through 9 who've never got to participate in organized youth hockey get an opportunity to get out there on the ice for 6 weeks over at the Centene Ice Community Center, same place the Blues practice. They get out there and they're going to have a wonderful time learning and seeing if they truly want to get into hockey. And the best part is all for a reasonable cost. And again, First Community makes your dollar go so much further. Your kids are not only going to get that 6 weeks of on-ice instruction, but all their equipment is included with the registration fee as well. The helmet, the stick, the pads, yes, and even those skates. Absolutely incredible. It's a great way to find out if your kids truly are interested in hockey before you start investing thousands and thousands of dollars. So go to First Community, ask them about the Little Blues program, swing by any of their 40-plus convenient locations throughout the metro area, firstcommunity.com.
How are you, everybody? Donnie Fandango, and I am very lucky, and I know I'm nervous because my hands are sweating like crazy. I got Pete and Sam from Chevelle. Gentlemen, welcome back. It's really great to see you.
Hey, it's good to be seen. Good to be here, Donnie.
Well, and it feels like there was a number of years where we were running into each other a couple of times a year, but now it's been, I would say, probably 3 years, and it feels like forever, but you're back with great new music, guys. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, it does feel like forever.
So let me ask you this, the break between records was the longest of your career. I'm sure you're going to get this question 6 billion times and have already, but it was a long break. What was going on during that time? Was it just a record that took a little while longer to make?
Yeah, we were doing records almost every 2.5 years, roughly.
Yeah.
And I think I hit a wall and I just needed a little more time. I think I kind of like, you know, we don't learn very quickly. We learn by mistakes mostly. So we decided, hey, let's add another year. Well, that year turned into an extra year, and you know, because of COVID and all that. So we wrote a ton of music. And then in 2019, we went back to the drawing board and wrote another 6 songs because.
Plus, we did a long tour in 2019 too. Which
yeah, we had
from writing.
a good opportunity that came up that we didn't want to pass up, and then so we kind of had a a collective thing where we came together and say, hey, I don't think half of these are good enough. So our producer pushed us and we came out. So anyway, I wrote Self-Destructor at the end of 2019 and a host of other songs. And we needed to record those in March of 2020. That was right when COVID was kind of hitting, right? I guess everybody has their own time frame of that. But for us, we were in LA and it was March 5th and it was really starting to crack down in LA. And we finished the album up and then skedaddled back home March 18th. So
yeah,
then it turned into, we were like, okay, so when do we put the record out? Let's hold for a minute. And then we got into the summer and we were like, Sam and I are freaking out. We're like, let's just put it out. So we've been trying to put this album out since summer of 2020, but we had some disagreements. It's weird. It's a weird time. We didn't know what was right. So we held off, but then I had an epiphany. I woke up and I was like, one day I was like, Sam, dude, let's just do whatever it takes to get it out. We need to feed the fans. We need to feed ourselves creatively. Let's just put it out. It is what it is. I don't want to sit down any longer. So the label agreed, and this is where we're at, and now we're promoting. So couldn't be happier with the response, though. So thank you.
And I want to ask about Self-Destructor, because to mine, and I've been a fan of you guys for, a long time. And I looked, by the way, Self-Destructor is at least the 17th Chevelle song that we have played on the point over the course of your career in our career.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's insane.
But this, to me, this is certainly the longest single you guys have ever released.
Yeah.
Is it the longest song you've ever made? And was that a calculated move to change things up a little bit, or can you kind of talk about that? Because I was surprised as heck to see a 5-minute 43-second Chevelle song.
Yeah. Well, here, Sam, if I don't mind me answering that. So, okay, the song was written, and we didn't think it was a single at all.
Yeah.
So we just write now. And it is what it is. But this, the ending, the reason it has.
Back to the Riz Show. Without further ado, let's talk to Chris Kerber. And our weekly chat with Chris Kerber, sponsored by Blue Note Roofing. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Before we get into the hockey talk, let's talk Super Bowl. All right. Who we got? Who we got on Sunday? Who we got on Sunday, Chris?
Who's in the game?
Okay.
Don't do that.
The New York Giants.
Don't be that guy.
And the New England Patriots.
We know. We know. You know. You know. We know. You know.
Where are you? Where are you Sunday?
We're in town, so we'll be. That'll be day one of that 2-week break because of the Four Nations Cup.
Yeah.
I don't have a horse in this race from a standpoint of a team I'm rooting for. Now I've been ever since the football Cardinals traded Otis Anderson to the New York Giants, and then he became a 1,000-yard rusher.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he became a 1,000-yard rusher again and a Super Bowl MVP.
That was in
I became a big fan of the Giants.
That was in 86.
Yes. That's right. That's right. Well, like the football Cardinals were my team. They moved to Arizona, right? And then they ended up trading two of my all-time favorite players in Roy Green. They traded him to Philadelphia, and then they traded Otis Anderson to the Giants. And Bill Parcells makes Otis Anderson a Super Bowl MVP and a 1,000-yard rusher. So I became kind of a Giants fan after that. So how does that relate to today? Okay, well, the Giants foolishly have not figured out how to get things back on track, and then decided that they didn't want to pay Saquon Barkley, right? Yeah. So Barkley becomes just a monster this year and an MVP, with Philly. So part of me kind of wants to root for Barkley to win it, who's had a hell of a year, and just stick it to the Giants for making a bad decision. The other part is I do enjoy rarities in sports. So, a third straight Super Bowl for Kansas City would be spectacular. At the same time, guys, and I may be on my own island on this, right? I totally get the business side of the Rams move, and I get why all that happened. I hate the process that it was, right? I don't blame the Rams for leaving, right? But the way they left, I think is just lower than dirt itself, and the lack of integrity from the league. And because the Chiefs owner voted for them to leave as part of that process, knowing that it was wrong, I got a hard time. I have no love for the Chiefs in that sense. So
do you think
I hope it's a good game. Let me put it this way. I hope it's a good game. That's kind of where I'm at. So that's why I have a hard time with the dogs in this race.
So Chris is rooting for Buffalo Wings. Yes. Okay, Buffalo Wings.
yeah, that's right. I'm rooting for.
Come on.
That was a long way to saying I have no idea.
Well, are you going to be home, or are you going to somebody's house?
No, I'm planning on staying home. I haven't even decided whether or not to invite anybody over. Now, my youngest daughter, I'm waiting for her to tell me she wants to have a group of friends over, and that I'd be all for. But no, I think I'd rather stay home and watch the game that way.
All right. Well, hey, before we end the football talk, I do want to go over some of these prop bets. I do love some of these kind of crazy prop bets. So let's see.
Yes, I'm with you on those.
If you could write these down to see and hold us all accountable.
I will.
Okay, here we go. Will Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift after the game? Chris, yes or no?
No.
No. Moon?
No, definitely
No. Lern?
Yes.
Yes.
And you know why I say no? Because the press keeps asking him if he's going to. And I think that would just be the dumbest, cheesiest move
But
ever.
they're cheese balls. They're
I
both
understand that
huge cheese balls.
I mean, it's not going to be spontaneous or a surprise. It would be a set-up thing. But I just don't think it would be ultimately good for either their brand if their
I
brand
think it's
people.
the biggest thing for their brand.
I'm surprised to hear you say that because normally you're like, people, they know what they're doing.
Those two
like, they're
media
gonna make
whores.
money.
I totally understand
they
that, but-
win. The confetti's coming down. He gets down on one
It's
knee.
a perfect story.
Giant rock. It's happening.
But they're like, the Chiefs are villains right now, and he's been villainized because of the Chiefs hate and all that, and I just don't see it. I think they've had enough blowback from the whole thing, and I think it would be more potential negative than they're willing to risk.
Let me say this.
Wait, listen. Here's the thing about that Chiefs hate thing. Like, that's something I don't understand. Like, what other than their success, what is there really not to like about the Chiefs?
Yeah, well, the success has come at the
It's the
expense of
whole
everybody
refs
else's
thing.
favorite. No, the rest thing has very little to do. That's just the buzzword of Twitter now. But like, I think
It's not just, but here's the thing. You blame it on just Twitter. It's everywhere. Like, it's...
Bro,
it's,
I mean,
Hey, what are the odds, by the way, of that? What kind of odds are we getting on that
because
bet?
it's spun up. It's spun up on all that stuff.
But
When you actually like run down the stats, like it's actually in the Chiefs' favor. But let's not talk about that. What I think it is Rafe keeps sharing me this guy that talks. He just breaks down stats, and he's like, dude. Of course, everyone hates the Chiefs. In the last 10 years, everyone's favorite teams, from the Steelers to the Browns to whatever, have had their best teams' best chances at the Super Bowl thwarted by the Chiefs.
Well, it's also because they win a lot. You hate the team that wins.
Can I go back to this proposal
Yes, please.
thing? Okay, so it's all for show. They would probably get engaged on their own secretly. We would never, ever hear about that. And then it would be this big spectacle. So they still get their realness. I think for the show, I think it's coming. I was thinking about it the other day, like watching them. They're cute. It's happening.
Would you put some money on that prop bet?
Yeah, I'm saying yes.
Really, $5?
What's the odds?
$10.
What are the odds of it?
Well, Rafe, I want your answer. Yes or no?
He would take her to a melting pot, like a gentleman.
Like a gentleman.
Like a real man?
And in the middle of the third course, before the dessert comes out.
Before the cheese hits you bad?
Yeah,
No, it's on one of the tiger shrimp's arms.
He's going to put that little fork into the chocolate and pull out a diamond ring and be like, Tay-Tay, you may be the happiest bro on earth.
Okay, so no. Scott?
You said it's after the game.
After the game.
But they have to be in the stadium, all that kind of stuff?
After the game, on the field.
I'm going to say yes, just to go for it.
Vegas says there's a 16.7% chance of that happening. So says Vegas.
$10.
$50.
$50. Okay, fine. $50. You and me, $50. $50.
If the Chiefs win. Only if the Chiefs win, though.
That's not what we said.
I did say that is the bet.
If they win.
So if Philadelphia wins this
Which I
prop
think they
bet,
will.
whoever put money on this prop bet gets it back?
In our prop bet.
In our how
The
lovely.
Chiefs have to win for this to trigger.
Okay, fine. I'll still do it.
Okay, fine.
$50.
Fine. All right, next prop bet. Will a coach or player cry during the national anthem? Kerber.
Yes.
$100. Yes.
Okay, yes.
And it's going to be Chris Jones.
Learn.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it'll be Sirianni again. He's a meme from the first time.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Yes. There's always at least one. Vegas says there's an 81.1% chance of a player or coach crying.
Is Jones on a 1 year?
It's an easy bet. No.
Jones is what? He has 2?
He's long term.
All right, Chris. The color of the Gatorade poured on the winning coach. What color?
Ooh. It's yellow.
Yellow.
I'm going to go ahead and stick with my purple. I think I lost $5 on the purple last year, but so I'm going to stay with it.
You don't
Purple.
need to stay with that because like Riptide Rush is like discontinued, dude.
Oh, is that what that is? I don't know anything about Gatorade.
Yeah.
Okay. So, hey, stick with. I'm going purple. I'm
you're going purple too?
Purple.
Listen to that inside knowledge.
$60 million deal.
Learn.
I'm going with Curbs with yellow.
Yellow.
You got stats, don't you?
I'm going to say red.
Red.
I was going to say red, so I'll go orange.
Orange. Okay. Purple has the best odds.
Whoa.
23.3%.
Really
got me
pushing
nervous.
Riptide Rush right now, huh?
It's definitely not Riptide Rush, then. There must be some sort of grape flavor.
All right. Who will the MVP of the game mention first? Chris?
God.
God. Okay. God.
I'm going to say it's going to be a Chief, and they're going to mention the fans.
Fans? Okay.
And KC or the fans, you know.
Learn. Who will the MVP mention first?
The quarterback.
Okay, so a teammate.
Himself.
So a teammate.
A teammate.
I think Patrick Mahomes will mention
Andy Reid.
I think he'll mention Coach Reid.
Okay, so
it'll be
the coach.
Or that is a tough one.
Or I bet you the best odds is probably for the teammates.
Yeah, because he normally compliments the team first, and then he gets to God.
Go ahead. Get an answer.
No, if it's Patrick Mahomes, the first thing out of Patrick Mahomes' mouth will be all glory to God.
Okay.
All right,
Scott.
So I'm banking on him being the MVP.
I'll go with Kerber on that then.
God. Okay. The favorite is God or Jesus at 51.2%. Teammates.
Isn't that the same thing?
I'm gonna say teammates. I'm gonna say a teammate
or Taylor.
If Travis Kelce,
Travis wins, think I mentioned Tay-Tay first.
If Travis Kelce wins, he's gonna get down on that knee.
You think so?
And Moon's gonna owe me $50.
The world's going to lose it. You know, the world needs that, okay? That'd be the serotonin boost for so many.
Who will be the first?
Would you stand by my side and fight for your right to Lombardi?
Hey, you know what you ever wondered?
To see it.
Here's a totally whacked out thought, but it's either God or Jesus. But really, they always leave the Holy Spirit of the triumvirate out of it.
Yeah.
Wonder why that is.
Yeah.
He's forgotten the Holy Spirit.
He missed a couple kicks.
Yeah.
That's right. Well, we'll see how we do on Sunday. But 13% of Americans say that God actually cares about who wins the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Oh, that's really stupid.
Like if you go to church on Sundays, you ever feel a little guilty about rushing out on Super Bowl Sunday to pick up some booze and make it, to the party on time? If so, you shouldn't, because God is itching to watch the game too.
Yep.
So in a new survey, people were asked if they thought God cared about the Super Bowl, and 13% of people said yes, God does care who wins. 68%.
I want to interview some of those people.
Yes.
Like, what would be the first question? If you had a chance to interview someone who was adamant about that, what would be the first question you would ask them?
If somebody's adamant about God
caring who wins the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. What was my first question? When did they let you out of the insane asylum? Is it a day pass? Did you escape? Nut jobs. Crazy.
It's a good one.
What would your first question be?
I think my first question would be, are you on anything?
Right. Yeah. What drugs are you on, and can I get some?
I want to know what we're dealing with before we start this interview.
Well, good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody, on Sunday. Hey, Chris, let's talk Blues a little bit. That's why you're here. Oilers come back to beat the Blues last night in overtime. One headline I saw about yesterday's game was this. This could have been one of those defining moment games for the Blues, but in the end, it was a bit of a microcosm of why the Blues seemed to be good enough to keep you interested, but only to be disappointed at the end. And I thought that was a pretty savage takedown of this season so far.
Yeah, you know what? Like, we've done these hits long enough. You guys know that I'm pretty much a realist, and I don't try to make something out of nothing. And for me, I thought it was a much better played game. And then Steve Ott did an interview with us right after the game, and then I listened to Jim Montgomery's interview, and they were obviously more disappointed in the first two periods. But the reality of it is they have Connor McDavid and we do not. I mean, literally, I look at that game, and the difference in that game was they had Connor McDavid, we don't. The plays that he made. He was a part of 3 goals. He scored 1. He could have tucked in an overtime goal. But the passes that he made, especially the one to Leon Draisaitl to tie the game, Robert Thomas can make it some of the times, but not at the level that Connor McDavid does. And outside of that, I think the St. Louis Blues, if it wasn't for that factor, the Blues probably win that game, and the Blues are extremely competitive with them with the way they played. So this team just kind of is where it is right now. They're hovering around 500, and I think you just put it best. They're good enough to keep you interested. They're good enough to compete, but I don't know if they're good enough to consistently win against teams like the Edmonton Oilers, who went to the Stanley Cup final and are in that championship caliber window, and it's another level, and that's just two teams at different levels of competition right now.
All right, well, there's 2 questions I'd ask you about. Trade deadline's coming up in early March. Are the Edmonton Oilers interested in Robert Thomas?
No. No, there's this. Would any team be interested in that caliber of player? Yes, but are the Edmonton Oilers a team? No, the salary cap would prevent that. Okay. I mean, they're still going to have to re-sign Connor McDavid coming up, and at $8 million, there's no way that would even fit. So that's an easy no.
Not even for a rent a player for the end of the season.
No, you're not. You're not bringing in a rental player that's got 7 years left on a contract. So, or 6 years, I think, at this point. So Again, are you interested in that caliber player? Sure. Now, the one rumor that was getting circulated yesterday, and when I refer to a rumor like this isn't just a fan post. This was I believe it was Elliot Friedman who put it out there. Said that there might be interest between Boston and Edmonton, where Edmonton could bring in Brad Marchand. Now, that would be a hell of a move for the Edmonton Oilers.
Now, another thing would be with Nick Leddy back. He back after 4 months of being out, 49 games missed. Will the Blues move any of the veteran defensemen before the trade deadline?
Yeah, I actually believe that. I believe that if they stay in this realm where they're a few points out, and Doug Armstrong, who's always very honest about his approaches, I believe that if that's the case, I think they probably, if they can, they move 2 of the veteran defensemen.
All right.
I just don't see them going through and then coming back with the same group, pretty much the same group. Now, the only one that's an unrestricted free agent is Ryan Suter. I think he's been terrific for the Blues. I think he's been great to be around. But if you're not going to, if the Blues end up looking like they're going to miss the playoffs, sending him, if someone will take him to a team that has a chance to win a cup, he's going to play. Assuming he stays healthy through Thursday's game, Friday's game for him is going to be game number 1500.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yes, that's a simple yes, at least for one, and I would think likely 2.
All right. Well, listen. For now, it's 6 points out of the final wild card spot. You got the Panthers here on Thursday, the Blackhawks here on Saturday, and then you got the 2-week break.
Yeah, listen. The last time the Blues played Florida, towards the end of the game, Bennett threw a hit onto Jake Neighbors, right? And there was not enough time, I think, for, let's just say, things to even itself up. So I'm hoping for a little fireworks with the Blues and Panthers early in that game tomorrow night.
All right. Well, we'll see.
I'm going to see a little heart. That's what we'll call it.
It'll be a good 2-week break, I think, for everybody to reset. And what are you doing? Are you taking a vacation? Where are you going?
I'm gonna drive my middle daughter Gabriella. We're gonna go up to. She's gonna take a college visit at University of Iowa. She's a senior this year, and then that's good. So I'm gonna do that the first for a couple of days in the first week, and then that second week of it, I am gonna go visit my oldest daughter at University of Louisville. So I got I got some father-daughter time coming up, and I'm looking forward to it.
Well, enjoy the break, Chris. And, of course, you got the Curbside podcasts after every Blues game. And what else? I think we're all good here, Chris.
I think it's all good. Enjoy the big game.
Thank you, Chris.
Are we allowed to call it the Super Bowl, or do I have to call it the big game?
See, you've just been a bill is going to be sent to you now.
Gotcha.
Way to go.
Gotcha. I'll get a cease and desist order.
All right, there you go. The great Chris Kerber, everybody. Enjoy the break. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, see you guys. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
There he is, Chris. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We have some of your emails. It is 9:05. It's Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Golden Oak Lending. Do you need extra cash? Golden Oak Lending can convert your home's equity into cash in as little as 14 days. Let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues. Delays 270 westbound between Lewis and Clark Boulevard and Dunn Road. Average speed about 15 miles an hour on the north side. Your point forecast, scattered cold rain, high of 39. Right now it's 32 at the Point Studio.
Hey, we're the Interrupters! And we're here with our new friends Sarah and Donnie from The Point. We're at Music Record Shop and we're gonna go get some records.
Reggae and ska. This record is going to change your life. It really is. This is nightclub, gangsters, Rudy, a message to
Anton's HVAC.com, ANTONSHVAC.com. That's the website. Pardon me. That's the website to go check out everything that Anton's can do for you. It's Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy Experts. World-class service and making sure that everybody has full comfort, total indoor comfort in your home. That's the love that they want to spread throughout February. Well, throughout the entire year. But you know, that January thaw is starting to happen now, so, you know, that's going to possibly create a lot of plumbing or sewer issues, and Anton's can help you. They have plumbing and sewer services while this snow and this thaw and the season starts to thaw and things start to get weird as things really start to show themselves. I, for one, am one that's all about the preventative maintenance. Being on the preventative maintenance plan with Anton's has really saved us a ton of money, but it saved us a lot of headache and a lot of trouble as well. We've had them in to, do the checkups, do the maintenance, do the preventative maintenance. They found something that was going on that could have been life-threatening to my family. Thank goodness I was on the maintenance plan. We got people in the building that have heard me talk about Anton's that have had them in their house, and they're like, this is who we're using for the rest of our lives. They're just amazing. Plus, they have great 36-month no interest on home projects services for you right now. So that's more money for you, more money for your honey, and the opportunity to get something done if you need to get it done. You don't want to be in one of those situations where something breaks down and it's an emergency. Not in these kind of seasons, not in St. Louis. Anton's Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Energy Experts. Best of the best. This is who I trust in my home, and you can too. AntonsHVAC.com, ANTONSHVAC.com.
Well, big things happening in the 21 Pilots camp. And you know what? If you are going to talk about 21 Pilots, there are legitimately no better two people in which that you could call to talk about said band than our guys. Gentlemen, it's wonderful to see you again. Hello, and it's been a while. Hello from St. Louis.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it has been.
We're excited.
Man, it's really great to see you guys again. And the first thing that we want to talk about is the 21 Pilots Cinema Experience. Now, it's coming out on May the 19th. There'll be a special encore on May the 22nd. But I want to know, this experience came about a year or so ago during the pandemic. And I'm curious, the show was so well done, so well produced. How long did it take you guys to put that whole thing even together in the first place for it to run?
I think it was probably, I guess we were talking about it was probably like 7 or 8 months from the very beginning. And it was, the way that we sort of had to go about doing it, we just kind of knew that because our live show is so reliant on people, that and once all that stripped away, that we couldn't just perform the way that we normally do. So we kind of had to just go and reinvent the entire thing and sort of start from scratch. And once we did that, then it kind of just, it just, we knew it was going to take a while to pull off. And so, it took a good probably 8 months to get all the logistics coordinated and together and make everything happen.
So then for you guys, as far as the day-to-day goes during that 6-7 months time span, so you guys are finishing the record or it's already done, but then the pandemic's going on. So there's a lot of things that are happening while you're putting this together. Was it something that you were working on every day for those 6-7 months?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. There was a lot of video conference calls and, passing back and forth ideas. And man, looking back on it, I think it's still, I would say, is the hardest thing we've ever done. So, we released this last year with the release of our latest record, and it was a one-time thing, just live that evening. And we haven't really put it anywhere since. It hasn't lived anywhere else. And so we've been holding on to it. We decided to really go in and dive into the mix of the audio to make sure that it sounds really good, especially in a movie theater, make it feel really big and get that movie experience that we're familiar with. And yeah, now we're releasing it for, one night only in the theaters. We like that it feels exclusive. We like that it feels like, you got to come and see this thing, and it's, it could go away forever after that. And we're not really sure, but it I don't know. It just adds to, it feels like today, everyone, if you're going to, people feel like if you're going to create something, you want to try to spread it out as often and as far and as wide as possible. But there's something really powerful about being proud of what you make. I feel proud of this. I feel like this represents who I am. And when your security in what it is that you make is rooted there, then whether or not it gets, scattered all over the world, it becomes a secondary thing. Now, I get that that's something that as a band, it's been fortunate enough to be heard all over the world, and for our music to be scattered all over the world. It is really easy for me to say that, and I get that. But it is something that we learned in the process, that let's just make things that we're proud of. Let's make something that we stamp on and be like, I'm going to look back on that and be so proud that we put in that much work. And that's what this thing is. And, it's a one-time theatrical, release of this thing. And, Josh said this earlier. He was talking about how, we executed this live stream concert in front of no audience, and when we weren't able to have people come together. And now for it to all come full circle, and we're releasing it in a movie theater where people can come together to experience it together. It's just a perfect way to close out the idea.
Well, that's good. I'd say it was just about, it might have been a little longer than this, but Oasis released a live concert film from like 1995, 1996 that was released in theaters for one night only a few months back. And it was the first time that I'd ever went to a theater to experience something like that. Oh my gosh, it was incredible. Liam Gallagher, first of all, was like 9 feet tall, but the way that the sound works, being able to hear it and see it all together, it was just amazing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys have done, because that to me was one of the best parts about the live stream, was the details, was the actors, was the cutaways, the performances and stuff were awesome.
Sports fans, great news. Underdog is available here in Missouri to play. Underdog is the best app for the big game. Honestly, the best app is not, on the plate in front of you. It is on your phone. Underdog is the easiest way to get in on the action, cash in on your sports knowledge. You just pick higher or lower on player stats, yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. So if you think Saquon Barkley's hot, great. If you think that Jalen Hurts, if he's going to have a terrible game on Sunday, fine. Make your picks in just a couple taps and ride along. With Underdog's cash-in option, you could tap win now whenever you want. Plus, if an early injury ruins your entry, Underdog Rescues has your back with a promo refund. Underdog is the best place to play champions. Sign up now with promo code RIZ and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly And if you're in Missouri, you'll get an extra $50 when you play your first $5 entry. Must be 18 and older and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. $10 deposit minimum. See UnderdogFantasy.com for terms and conditions. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Never been sure. Paps, be good to your daughters. That's how you know to.
More. Let's do some emails. RizShow1057thepoint.com or send us your instant feedback through the 1057 The Point mobile app.
Okay, we'll start with entertainment reviews. So I have to do this because I heard today on the show, what I heard today on the show really got to me. And it's something that Moon said. I wanted to start by saying, Moon, I like you as a person, but what you said today really pissed me off.
Go ahead.
You did it.
I have a whole list.
On the whole Tom Welling thing and how he has to earn the right to be Superman. One, he was cast to play a young Clark Kent, technically not Superman.
Okay, so this is from last week. So Tom Welling from, what was it?
Got a DUI.
Was it Smallville?
Yeah.
Got a DUI. And you don't count him as a Superman?
Listen, I got all emotional. I got emotional because Superman, like the OGs, the music and everything was such a part of my childhood that I just feel like everything has just been totally screwing that up. Now, this person's email made me think, made me kind of investigate a little bit, and they made a lot of great points. They went on for another 2 paragraphs about how I'm an idiot. And you know what? I think they're right. I apologize. And you're right. You never know what could happen.
I don't understand what the argument here is. What is he saying?
I was saying that
He never played Superman is the argument. He never puts on the uniform. That was the whole thing. He only plays Clark Kent.
the last sentence was, you literally judged a book by its cover with the comment you made, and I find it rude and disrespectful, and all I have to say is do better. I think Rafe needs to say bye-bye to you, sir. Sent from my iPhone.
What?
Now listen.
Why is Rafe saying bye?
I think it's from the E-Memoriam. E-Memoriam.
Oh.
Someone may make the E-Memoriam, but it may not be who he thinks.
Well, here's the thing. I think they're right. All the points that they made, I want my kids, or kids these days, to experience how I felt when I first saw my Superman. And you know what? If that takes something new, and it takes a Smallville character, or whatever this Tom Welling guy's name is, or whatever, and you know where I really changed my mind? I read this email within an hour of seeing the new trailer for the James Gunn version, which looked really silly to me at first. And the more I think about it, it may not be for me. I just hope it delivers a fraction of what the Christopher Reeve Supermans did for me for these kids. So you know what?
The original George Reeves one.
Yeah.
That could be somebody else's Superman.
Exactly. And that's where you totally got me. You humbled me. You're totally right. And I do not want to be the old curmudgeon-y guy that I was on that day. And I have tried to reset myself. And you're right. You're right. And I'm sorry.
There is only one Superman. Brandon Routh. Next.
Thank you.
Okay, let's jump down to this since it is Super Bowl week. The Riz Show. I heard the podcast from Monday talking about the Monday after the Super Bowl becoming a holiday. Listen, I have a family connection to a pro team in their financial office, and that let me know that the beginning of this season, that the framework for an 18-game season has already been drawn up, and they will be adding an additional bye week, which pushes the Super Bowl to President's Day weekend. So a lot of people will get that Monday off, still at least another year away from being implemented, but something to look forward to. Wanted to let you in on
So next year, the Super Bowl will be the day before President's Day?
I don't know. Wouldn't if you add a bye week, it's going to push it further into February? The way that they say the math will be.
President's Day is the 17th this year, which is
We'll bump it a week.
Which is the next week.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
We're in the second week in Feb as a Super Bowl now.
Oh, and
this would be the third week, which would run into President's Day.
Well, they say that is what the plan is. They're adding a bye week, and therefore,
well, that makes sense. I mean, if
it's going to happen
that's
anyway.
True, if they do add the week and it moves into the weekend of President's Day,
how cool is that?
Great.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Makes the season longer. NFL makes more money.
exciting.
Everybody's
Although
happy.
President's Day is not a Hubbard holiday. So.
What?
Cool.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Offices are open here.
Not good news after all.
It's got to be good news for some bank workers.
Next.
Hello there, Riz, King Scott, Moon, Rafe, and Lern. I have a question for Lern.
Go.
We will be 40 years old soon.
Yes.
I'll be 40 on March 25th. My question to you is, do you like big surprises or not?
I do.
Keep up the great work. Much love, Mike.
I love a surprise. It's hard to surprise me, though, because I figure things out and I schedule my own life, and then people don't get to do what they want to do. Like, for instance, my 40th that I'm planning, my mother, I've delegated and said, just do whatever. Like, you can, so there are going to be things that I'm sure happen that I'm unaware of, but like.
You have the framework already.
I have the framework. Like, I know where I'm going to be.
Surprises can only exist within the framework. Created.
I am a psycho, and I like to have. Well, so maybe I don't like surprises, but I do.
I hope this party.
She likes to be surprised. By surprises she planned for herself.
I hope this thing goes off without a hitch. Honestly, I'm praying.
I was making
for
the
you.
itinerary last night. Okay, hour to hour.
You're out of your mind.
No, I'm not. I have a lot of moving parts. I need to know when the nacho bar is arriving, how long it needs to be heated.
What is your husband doing?
Everything you're saying
What is he
suggests
doing?
that you don't like.
Is he not helping in any way?
He is not.
He's got to take some stuff off your plate.
No, he's got a little surprise. He's doing something that night for me.
A little surprise.
He's got a little something that he's going to do.
But you have the surprise schedule.
Yeah, she has
I know
it
when
scheduled.
I know that something is happening.
Your surprise is going to be between 9:30 and 10:30.
I know.
Your surprise was listen, we're going to have to push your surprise back. The nacho bar's running a little late.
I even made I called an audible yesterday. I had an idea. I can't announce it yet. I had an idea where my plans are changing for my actual birthday on that Friday. And I don't know. I love planning stuff, dude. Like, I get so much joy out of organizing and like scheduling. I would be an amazing personal manager for somebody. Yeah. Like, I honestly, I've missed my calling because I do it for myself, and that's one thing. I could totally run somebody's world in the best way possible. Like, if I ever get fired, it's exactly what I'm doing. I'm going straight to representing someone, and I would love it.
If I could afford
You'd have to leave you crazy at the door
right now.
I was just going to say the same thing. When I can afford you, you're hired.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If I could afford her right now, I'd be booked 52 weeks out of the year.
Your life would be
you
so
double
easy.
booked me for 2 club weekends.
Everything would be taken care of. I would be like a mama bear too. I defend people. Like, I am a psycho, but it is efficient. And but I do like surprises. And honestly, when it happens, it's really beautiful. And I usually like get very overwhelmed.
I hate surprises.
Do you?
Yeah, it's my control freak nature.
There you go.
You do hate surprises.
We're the spectrum, then.
I really do. I really do not like surprises.
See, we need to loosen up. Like,
Yeah,
you and
I am
need
loose.
to. No, you're not. You're a planner too, dude. You get here so early and you plan out this entire show.
Yeah, you're both kind of tight asses.
You know,
I will fully admit it.
No,
it's okay to let go a little bit, though.
For my 40th, I said no surprises.
I welcome the surprise.
No surprises.
I don't like being driven places blindfolded, though.
My wife will. Well, I don't like when somebody puts a hood over my head.
When
and
people,
drives me to-
I hate when a van pulls up.
Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
6 right turns.
Like in high
me
school,
with a blow dart in the ass.
No.
I've never been hooded and thrown into the Joker mobile.
Like in high
Surprise, you're
school,
abducted.
listen, high school girls used to
I hate
abduct
being
each
kidnapped.
other, and my friends abducted me. I think it was my senior year. And my friends came in, while I was still sleeping, and like, get up! And like, they took me to breakfast. It was awesome, but they were just playing around, and that freaked me out. Like, I like to know where I'm at, and I try to figure it out, like when I'm in the car, blindfolded.
Left turn.
The only time, the only time I'd be okay getting
right
hooded
turn on Elm
is if you're throwing me in the Batmobile, and you don't want me to see where the
No,
Batcave
I don't want a hood put over my head and driven somewhere. No, I'm not gonna enjoy that. So if you're thinking about that, no.
Oh, great. Well, there goes.
And God bless my wife. She knows.
Not to put a hood on you?
She knows I don't like surprises. If she gets wind of a surprise in my future, she'll warn me.
Well, that's good to know.
She narcs.
Yeah, we got a narc on our hands. We will never
tell
let
her
meals
anything.
in.
Yeah.
She's the best.
She is the best.
I guess that's loyalty in a way. Surprise narc.
Yeah, she's a surprise narc, and I love her for it.
Well, and happy birthday to that person who's also an Aries. What's
You
up?
like surprises?
Yeah. Hey, dude, I went to Charlie XCX this year.
I wonder
what a surprise that was.
I wonder.
Second of that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But I
you were
still
surprised.
appreciated the surprise. I liked the surprise. I hated where I ended up, but that's
Tina did so
I can't
good.
like surprises and not accept your fate.
I'm so anti-surprise as far as in my life. I wonder what happened to me when I was younger. There must have been a surprise
Jack in the
that
Box.
went sideways.
She didn't like.
That I didn't like, that forever put it in my head that surprises are bad in my life.
Or
think
that's
that
the standard for humans, and you have to have some sort of practice or experience that allows you to have the spontaneity.
Are you saying I'm not evolved?
No, I didn't say evolved. I just said practiced. Like, you know, when you're on tour, there's very little you control. So you kind of, you have to develop an understanding of how spontaneity can be the only thing you're looking forward to.
Maybe somebody said surprise and then pantsed me when I was a kid.
Or maybe it wasn't you. Maybe you just saw someone else go down.
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm filing that away. No
Right.
bueno.
No
Surprise
bueno.
you're, you know, like someone's parents, they were planning to, maybe went to some surprise party for someone's dad and he thought no one was home and came in with like his mistress and it
Yeah,
just
could
blew
have
up
been.
in his face or something.
Surprise. Scott, do you like surprises?
What's that?
You like surprises?
Yeah, I do. They're fun. I think Moon's right, though. We've been in situations where you just kind of get used to it, and it kind of
Well,
gets more fun.
there's things that go sideways, you know, of course, such as life, but the act of somebody planning a surprise for you.
We're going to do a week of surprise.
It's hard
for
to
your
do,
50th
too.
One day.
It's hard to pull off.
Yeah.
So when you do it and someone doesn't appreciate it, it'll piss you off, man. I did Tina's surprise party at Old Rock House. Got all her favorite music. I hired 3 bands to play all the different kinds of music she liked. Invited all her friends. And man, it was hard keeping it secret. Like I had a couple people almost blow it. And then getting her there was hard. And if she'd have been like, oh, this sucks, I would have been like so deflated.
Oh, man.
Because it's hard. It's hard to like keep the lid on things and have a surprise go off.
Well, they
without
had
a
a
hitch.
For me, Swing Around Funtown.
Oh, yeah, we surprised
That was
you.
incredible. Clownvis and Craig Gass.
I loved planning it out.
Yeah.
We surprised Scott to bringing him down to Swing Around Funtown during the
Right.
show. During the
In
show.
the middle
It was
of the
great.
show, we
In the middle of
left.
the show.
The biggest surprise is we didn't let him play any games. He had to watch us do it all.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, bummers.
With a hood on his head.
With a hood on your
No,
head.
we put him in a batting cage with a hood on his head.
I drove you down, remember?
Yeah,
you had no idea where we were going.
Punked like 4 times.
Chris on the instant feedback says to learn nothing like enjoying your supposedly festive night by being a neurotic taskmaster.
Yes, this is. But I do enjoy it. So shut the hell up. And trust me, nobody's like. That's so funny. Like a stranger would have that perspective. Like my family, my friend, everybody that loves me knows me.
Yeah.
And they're just like so supportive and like fabulous. And you know, I told my mom, I go, hey, you can do whatever you want. Decor, cake, knock yourself out, ma. And she and my aunt, you know, like they're all going. My sister's coming in town. They will live it up and have a good time.
Yeah,
It's
you can
great.
do whatever you want, but here's an exact suggestion. and
Here's all the
what I
disco
want.
balls. Yes.
Next.
Food news. Hi, people. I asked this question many years ago to the old cast, but the addition of Captain Pork Steak and Lern, who I think calls herself the Sauce Queen, I'm curious to ask this. If you could only have 2 condiments for the rest of your life, what would you pick? The conditions for this are this. If it is involved in the preparation of a dish like pasta sauce, for instance, it is out. It has to be added after the fact like a salad dressing or tossed wings, then it does count. Also, for this scenario, we're not counting salt and pepper as condiments, just taking sauces. I've probably asked over 100 people, and I have a top 5 list that I have kept so far. Happy birthday, Riz. This is from Cameron. 2 sauces.
Fatty's
That's
gonna
all you
say
get
ranch.
rest of your life.
That's true.
Number 2 is ranch, as far as the answers that Cameron has collected.
I have mine. Do you have yours?
I got mine.
So this is an add-on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got mine. What's yours?
Stone ground mustard and barbecue sauce.
You only pick
Nice.
Oh, I can only pick one? Barbecue sauce.
No. You get 2. You get 2.
Oh, you get 2? Okay.
2 for the rest of your life. Yeah. Wow,
Those are my
that's,
2.
Yeah, you
that's
crushed
very-
that.
That's very cool.
Stone ground mustard.
There's-
Do not yellow mustard me at all.
No, the French is like yellow. Get out of here with that.
Yeah, unless I'm drunk at the ball game, no thanks.
It has its place.
Yes.
Rafe.
I'm assuming it's all encompassing. Well, what were the 5?
No,
Are we supposed to choose from the 5 you gave us?
What is your... If you were to pick...
Mayo and mustard.
Because what's your number 1? What's your number 2?
Mustard's 1, mayo's 2.
Just straight mustard?
I would
Yellow
prefer
mustard?
stone ground. I'm assuming, that's why I said, I'm assuming mustard's all encompassing and I get all the mustards. And mayo is the base for the other things I would get. I could build ranch out of mayo. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking for base elements here.
But you can't.
You can, because I can add milk and I can add ranch seasoning, and that ain't sauce, brother.
Oh man, I don't know.
But you're dipping your fries into barbecue. You're putting it on.
Yeah, barbecue would be hard.
Barbecue's
tough.
Yeah,
That's a
I
third
think
place
since mayonnaise, we can still, like, olive oil and vinegar doesn't count, right?
Dry rub
for this, because you can just kind of make it yourself. So I'm going to go with the...
I think it does count. Because he says salad dressing is like...
you could add olive oil to things. I mean,
Vinegar.
Doggone it.
Vinegar's a standalone.
I think
You
really...
gotta pick it.
hot sauce is mine.
All right, well, I'm going,
very
hot sauce and olive oil.
Hot sauce is number 1 on his list, by the way.
Hot sauce and olive oil.
Okay.
Hot sauce for me. My number 2 is... It's tough. Number 2 is tough.
You gonna do ranch?
I got to do ranch.
Look at you.
Over olive oil?
Ooh. Yeah.
I like that you're showing solidarity with the fatties that you just said would pick ranch.
Man, I'll tell you what.
The barbecue sauce is tough.
I like it.
I want to say that my number 1 would have been ketchup, but I think I'm slowly backing away from ketchup.
I'm backing out of ketchup.
Barbecue sauce is my
I
3rd.
can live without ketchup.
I could too.
Any day, any
Yeah,
time.
anybody can.
Ranch would not have been a thing for me, except for I have enjoyed boneless wings these last like 5 years. So it's become a new thing. But you know what? I should do without boneless wings because it's terrible for me. So I'm going to take ranch out for a move so I eat fewer things. I'm going to go with honey mustard and barbecue sauce.
And I want to say, when I said mustard, I assumed honey mustard was in the all-encompassing.
Anybody?
mustard
Soy sauce,
category.
anybody?
I have to be, like, has to be on, like, Asian
It's fine.
food, you know? But, like, every other thing, like, that I eat, no.
It's hard for me not to say barbecue. I will say that. It's the 3rd. I just felt like mayo was the base.
No,
it's like
mayo's okay.
carbon.
Mayo's
it's like,
important.
for me, it's the carbon of all sauces.
Mayo's important.
It is what all life is built from.
It's hard to. It's
And I
hard
can get away with building my homemade ranch out of it. I could get some mileage out of mayo.
It's hard to leave out hot sauce. It is.
I know
Number
that.
1 on his list was hot sauce. Number
Yeah.
2 was ranch. And this is the most answers that he's got, not his list.
Nice.
Number 3 was barbecue sauce. Number 4 was honey mustard. Number 5 was ketchup.
Thank you.
Dude.
Ketchup
you could
can-
take ketchup out of my life right now,
Me
and I wouldn't
too.
care.
I wouldn't
think the
care
whole-
either.
Yeah, the whole globe is like that.
I'll
What am
put it
I,
on
10?
anything.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I do.
I mean, I like
put
it
it
on
on
a hot
anything.
dog.
Potatoes?
But then it's always accompanied with mustard.
You're a stone ground mustard person, and you like ketchup on a hot dog?
I like ketchup and mustard on a hot dog. Divided.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't mind it.
I like
Do you have any
I like
Grey
it both.
Poupon fans in here?
I don't
I
mind
guess
it.
I will.
I like Dijon.
Rich
You know,
people.
honey mustard dressing on a salad does not get ordered enough and appreciated enough, right?
Amazing. It's amazing.
I've just recently got back into it, and I go, where the hell is this
Honey
been?
mustard's good.
Dude, honey
so
mustard is
good.
the
It's
greatest.
the
Where's
best
that?
chicken finger dip
It is.
if it's done well.
It can do so many jobs. And, and you know what? It does it
Killing me.
quietly and with no
So
ego.
hungry.
God, mustard is the jam.
I just
Mustard
went
should be
to-
better than ketchup in everybody's soul.
We went
It
to
is.
Fenton
And it's
Bar
just
and Grill
vinegar
the other
and
day,
yumminess.
and they had a golden. I got plain naked wings, and they had a golden ranch, which was basically honey mustard and ranch mixed together.
Oh, that's
Man.
wowie, zowie.
Daddy was in heaven.
I'm getting rid of olive oil, moving to mustard because it's got
Good.
vinegar
Well
in it.
done.
It's got
Thank you.
vinegar. It's got all the
Mustard
good
number
stuff. So I want
Thank
it.
you.
All right, listen, we got to take, it's already late. We got to take one final break. We'll come back and we'll wrap her up.
Paps, be good to your daughters. That's how you know to be good. 'Cause some will turn to mommies when others will be daughters and dads. That's how your brothers can be mothers too. That was John Mayer. Daughters.
It's Donnie Fandango for 105.7 The Point, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be.
Spring has sprung, but do not fall for it, ye, I say. Let Universal Windows Direct help you kick off the year with a warmer, cozier home and keep it cool in the summertime. And on top of that, they're ready to hook you up with some incredible savings because right now they're offering an amazing deal. 2 windows, 2 free. That's right. No matter how many you buy, step right up. Come on in. Buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. No limit. No limit. And 36 months of interest-free financing, which means you got 3 years to pay your windows off. You're saving all kinds of money on your energy bills, and you're putting money in your pocket because you ain't paying a dime of interest for 3 years, which is more than enough time to get these bad boys paid off. And if you got a quote from another company and you're like, well, I already got a quote, it's too good. Guess what? Universal Windows Direct guarantees they will beat it. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Get a hold of Universal Windows Direct today, and they'll offer you a free in-home estimate, and you get an actual lifetime warranty on all of their products, which means your life plus 20 additional years to the next homeowner. I don't know what else you want. Don't let the winter weather do more damage to your home or your wallet. Call Universal Windows Direct at 314-334-2522. Schedule a free in-home estimate today, or visit universalwindowsdirect.com, and like me, you will be saying, I love my windows.
Hey, it's Jeff backstage at Wayback Point Fest in freaking living color. Look at those guys. They're right there. Thank you guys for taking the time to do this. Much appreciated. Let's get this out of the way. I have an amazing story about, and I just told this on the show. I do the morning show. I'm part of the morning show on The Point. A million years ago when you guys were on a tour opening with Rolling Stones. Yeah. Or for Rolling Stones, whatever. Are they closed for you guys is the way I look at it. You guys did the stop at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Yes. 1990, whatever it was, or 80, whatever 89. It was. 89. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm 52. I'm right there. Okay. Right. So my dad was a huge fan of the Rolling Stones. Right. Not in great health at the time. Wasn't walking very well. So I drove him because I'm a fan of you guys, and I was a fan of Rolling Stones because I had to be. And we roll up in his truck, and I let him out at the curb so he can walk in and find his seats. Right. And while I park his truck, he gets out. You guys are already on. And he goes, what the hell is that god-awful noise like that? And I was like, Dad, that's the opening band. It's Living Color. That's the band I was telling you about. He walks in, and I park the truck, and by the time he is this, like this. Rocking out. The dude would be 70-something right now if he was still with us, and he found dudes that he graduated high school with, and the last time he saw those people, they were listening to the Rolling Stones, smoking pot, and that's what they were doing. Wow. So because of you guys, I had this amazing, like, moment with my dad. So thank you very much. So that leads me into, and I think maybe that's part of the answer, but why you guys are still doing this. After all of these years, all of the success, all of the touring, all of that, what keeps you guys like driving to do this?
We're trying to get it right at some point, basically.
Are you kidding me?
It's funny. It's a great question. I mean, part of it is.
Let's talking to you. If you feel like you're running on empty, Mentality Health is going to help you out. Let's talk about why you might not be feeling like yourself and how you could change that starting right now. You may got low T. And some symptoms: low energy, low motivation, you're tired all the time, you're feeling anxious, you're moody, you're irritable, low libido, which can actually strain relationships, weight gain, muscle loss, all signs of low T. So Mentality, what do? They're a local healthcare facility that specializes in helping men feel and perform at their very best. They offer FDA-approved testosterone therapy combined with semaglutide to target fat while maintaining muscle. Your energy will come roaring back. Your belly fat burns off. You strengthen your muscles. You feel like yourself again, confident, driven, ready to tackle life. Be you again. Be the dad who can keep up with the kids. Be the husband your spouse knows you could be. Stop settling for a fraction of your potential. Mentality, 2 locations, Chesterfield and South County. Take control of your numbers. Take back your numbers. MentalityHealth.com/radio. MentalityHealth.com/radio.
We're talking about shopping local, right? STLmattressdirect.com. Mattress Direct, right here in St. Louis. Campbell Mattress, made here in Missouri. Missouri-made mattresses. Why pay to get a mattress made somewhere else and shipped here when you can get such a deal right here from Mattress Direct? And right now they're celebrating Campbell Mattress's 90th anniversary by giving you free sheets and 2 free pillows with the purchase of a Campbell mattress at Mattress Direct. Check them out now. STLmattressdirect.com.
You know, I may not get the quantity of sleep that I want, but I'm definitely getting the quality. 100% quality because of the sleep specialists at Mattress Direct. STLmattressdirect.com. It's a St. Louis company. They even make the mattresses right here in Missouri. So if you want the best quality sleep that you can get into any of the locations and talk to the sleep specialists. They will match you up with the right bed so your quality of sleep is at an all-time.
This is where fun and fantasy meet. If you're looking to get freaky this weekend, it's Wednesday. It is time to start thinking about what's going on this weekend. Hey, the kids are at the grandparents' house. It's just you and I. Let's go to Patricia's. Let's get freaky. Patricia's is where you have the sexy lingerie, sexy costumes, adult board games. Hell, if you want a dirty deck of playing cards, they got it. Lotions, lubes, vibrating toys, stuff for the experts, stuff for the novice, everything in between. That's Patricia's. If you're planning the bachelor or bachelorette party, this is where you go for your supplies. It's Patricia's. 3 locations, St. Peter's, the Cave Springs exit, on Page, 3 miles east of the Westport Plaza, and at the corner of Grand and Gravois. For all your fun and adult toys, it is Patricia's, where you find some great employees who will never judge you. It's clean. It's safe. Don't be embarrassed. It is where fun and fantasy meet.
Wake up! Cause when you gotta go on a table, and then you gotta go on a table, and then you gotta sit on a table, and then you trust in my sip and slide. That's System of a Down's Chop Suey.
From the Rizzuto Show, and I'm standing here underneath the beautiful Hubbard sign. This is our, quarter mile, whatever it is, to keep clean, and because I lost real or fake again, I have to clean up the highway. So we're here at 270 in Olive, and I'm going to go clean up the highway, so enjoy. Hope they made it home okay. When's the break? There's a room key from the Hilton. I wonder what guy threw this out of his car window on the way home. Patrico. Smells like exhaust. Actual reason why we're out here, actually, right there. Let's get this crap off the highway. Here we are at the Sponsor a Highway section for Hubbard. I have cleaned up this entire 17 miles is what it felt like. We found ourselves a syringe. We found all kinds of great stuff, including a motorcycle seat. So I'm thinking, real or fake, punishment served. Bitch.
Well, here we are backstage at Point Fest with Greek fire.
Hey!
Gentlemen.
Hi, Donnie. Basement Systems, the all things basementy experts. Check out the website, moonloveswoods.com. There is a special offer waiting for you because any sort of problem with your basement, or maybe it's a problem with your driveway or your front porch like I had, these kind of problems are not going to get better with time. They're going to get better with Woods. Woods, the all things basementy experts. Don't wait any longer. Prevent further damage, because with Woods, the problem's going to be fixed forever. For me, my whole front porch was sinking, and it was getting the quick fix. Band-Aid treatment by getting just jacked up every so often, every couple of years, which was actually resulting in more damage on my house. So when I called Woods, Woods said, no, that's not the right way to do this. You got to do it with peers. They educated me on the right way to do things, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Every 18 months, I don't have to think about this thing sinking again. Woods fixed it for good. Check out Woods Basement Systems. See what they can do for you. Maybe with a front porch situation like I had. Maybe with a safety hazard. Maybe with basement waterproofing or foundation repair, crawl space repair. Woods Basement Systems. The all things basementy experts. moonloveswoods.com.
Look, here we are, a Tuesday in St. Louis, Missouri, and I am joined by Luke from the Struts. Luke, how are you, man? Thank you very much for taking the time to join us today. How's it going?
I'm doing really good. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be back in your presence again.
Well, we have long, the station has been a long supporter of the band. I mean, you guys, it's been fun to kind of watch you guys grow as a band, and this new record, Strange Days, is absolutely fantastic. And I want to kind of hear a bit, Luke, of the backstory behind it, because from what I understand, you had a whole nother record ready to roll, then quarantine happened, and you guys made use of your time. Can you talk to us about that a bit?
Yeah, that's basically what happened in short. Towards the end of 2019, myself and Adam were both writing in LA and went home quickly for Christmas, came back out, actually made an official move to LA in very early January, and carried on just as business as usual. Then COVID started cancelling everything. So we had no tours. We had no shows. Everything was completely up in the air. So we decided, it was suggested to us, why don't we go into a studio and initially record maybe 3 or 4 songs just for the fans, forget everything else. And we had 10 days to do so. And I think we were just too excited because we walked out with an entire record, which was completely by accident.
That's a great accident. That's a very fortunate accident. Did you guys just get on a writing spree or an idea spree? Is that just kind of how that happens?
Essentially, yes. It was the perfect marriage between the excitement within the group and the manager, John, and a good solid couple of weeks leading up to it. I was writing tons and tons of lyrics and titles and concepts, melodies. Adam was banking loads of riffs. So
men's health, fellas, come on. Take your health back in 2025. You know, the thing I love most about Victory as somebody who actually uses their services is how much they're invested in my progress as I am. Because I know a lot of us, it's easy to go to your doctor and get a prescription or have them tell you need to stop doing this or start doing that, and then you don't see them till your next doctor's visit. But when you're at Victory Men's Health and they put you on a customized treatment plan that's designed specifically for your body, they follow up with you. They're on me. They're texting me. They're asking me how I'm feeling. They're asking me if I'm taking my meds on time. They're making sure I'm taking the vitamins I need to take with food at the right time of day. They are all over me like white on rice, and I love it. I need that. I need people in my life to feel like they're invested in what I got going on, and then I feel obligated to invest in myself. And on top of that, you're getting the best care and a customized treatment plan designed just for you. And there's 4 locations, so wherever you are, there's got to be one near you. There's one in East O'Fallon. There's one in Sunset Hills that recently added cardiovascular testing to their array of things that they offer. And then there's the one in Town and Country that Moon King Scott and I often go to. Wherever you are, go to victorymenshealth.com and schedule yourself an appointment today. It's worth it. Invest in yourself. Invest in your health. victorymenshealth.com.
This is Rizzuto. Not only is he rich, but he also has a lot of money. And he's looking to invest in the next big idea.
Hi, my name is Riz, and I have a lot of money. I mean, almost too much money. So I'm looking to invest, and I've asked the fellas to come on down to my office and pitch me their ideas. Do they have what it takes to be in the biz?
Meet King Scott. By day, he's the producer of the #1 morning show in St. Louis. But by night, he's not at work anymore. Interesting. He says that despite all of his shortcomings, his one long coming is his knack for decent ideas.
Hello, I'm King Scott, and I'm here to pitch my business idea to Riz, and I know he will definitely invest in this. It's a revolutionary business idea. It's going to change the world over, and I definitely have what it takes to be in the biz. Sorry. Hey.
Take a seat.
Hello there.
All right. Yeah, make sure.
It's Bon Air, Alton, Illinois. 20 minutes from anywhere and everywhere. The legendary destination for a great time. This place is amazing. 367 North, across the Clark Bridge. Hang a right, follow a sign, and you are there. Live music 7 days a week happening over at Fast Eddie's Bon Air. Open daily at 11 a.m. And guess what? Those of you that have been, you know how freaking amazing Fast Eddie's is. And now they're accepting credit cards. There's no need to bring cash. So credit cards, debit cards, in addition to that huge heated outdoor patio, that incredible food. Of course, the half-pound Fat Eddie burger. They're not messing around with quarter-pound burgers. We're talking about a half-pound Fat Eddie burger. The Big Elwood, the chick on a stick, peel and eat shrimp, the fries. It's the area's biggest and best bar around. If you are 21 in the mood, head over to Fast Eddie's. If you've never been, get out there. Celebrate a birthday. If you're turning 41, that's okay. Pretend you're turning 21 because they're famous for those 21st birthdays. They're famous for all sorts of different things. But a legendary atmosphere is what's leading the charge. Get out to Fast Eddie's Bon Air if you haven't been back in a while. Get out. What are you waiting for? Why go to any other bar when you can head over to legendary Fast Eddie's Bon Air in Alton, Illinois? Check the website for the music schedule, fasteddiesbonair.com. If you're 21 and in the mood, head to Fast Eddie's Bon Air.
That's right. Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to scare anybody.
Dude, this sucks. Hey, welcome back to the farm. So a couple weeks ago, a storm blew through and knocked a big ass tree down. So I got a tree that I need to kind of get rid of, or at least saw down a little bit. So, of course, I got the pro, Mark from Colonel Landscaping, with me. So, Mark, not only
yes, sir.
Do you put trees in,
yes, sir,
but you take trees out.
Yes, sir. Full service.
So you see what we got here?
Yeah. So I think it might have been dead before it fell.
Yeah. But who knows what kind of wind blew it over? We just came down here and it was felled.
Yes, sir.
A new life, a new career. Centric is a training program that gets you ready for a new career in technology in just 4 months. Not 4 years, 4 months. Let's say you just got out of the military and you're looking for a civilian job, or you're just trying to figure out what to do next. Centric's got you. A lot of those skills you learned in the military will transfer to your new career in technology. The IT field, whether you're, into coding or cybersecurity, they got you, and they're going to help you get a job. They know your goal is to get a great IT job. That's why job search assistance is a big component to the program over there at Centric. Now, you can use your GI Bill or VA benefits to fund your education. And it's easy. Centric has a dedicated and knowledgeable staff who's going to help you through the entire process. Centric trains people from all backgrounds with little to no IT experience. So change your life in just 4 months at Centric. Centric.com/Riz, CENTRIQ.com/Riz, and ask for Patrick Nealon.
Backstage at Point Fest, and this is, I gotta say, of all of the interviews that I've done, as far as the placement in conjunction with the show, this one is a little different because there's not going to be a show here tonight, but we've got Highly Suspect here to join us. So, gentlemen, hello, and I'm going to make this probably pretty awkward for all of us.
Happy to be here.
Grateful to be here.
Well, it's absolutely wonderful to see you guys again, and it has been a spell since we have heard new Highly Suspect music. All right, so I want to know when there's something new work. I mean, what do you got? There's got to be something going on. You got to have a single. You got to have a record.
June 22nd. You heard it fucking here first, right here on the point.
Ooh.
June 22nd. I'm not
like
going to give you the name of the song, though.
Okay.
But that'll be the first single.
All right, I'm going to do this, though. I will admit, though, I heard the song yesterday, and it's freaking fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, we're on your Instagram Live? You do not want to be on the Instagram Live with me, man. I'm not a guy that's made for camera. I am the face for radio if there ever was an example.
I think you're beautiful.
Well,
June 22nd, and we are so fucking bummed about not being able to play today because, you know, maybe you would have gotten a little tease.
I think we would have. That's your way of saying you were going to play the new song in the set.
I just said maybe. I don't know.
So, like, but it's been a while since we've had a chance to, like, kind of hang out and stuff and see you guys roll through town. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? Has there been anything new going on in the life, in the world? Catch us up.
Yeah, tons. I mean, my brother and I moved to Nashville. We built a studio in it, and then we got to work on the record, and that took a long time. Yeah, I mean, it was honestly just nice to be off the road for a little bit. We toured for like 6 years straight or something like that, and it was just nice to take a little break. And
we got really good at Apex.
Yeah.
That's the new development.
Yeah, Apex Legends. It's a
lot of Netflix,
awesome.
A lot of Grubhub.
Oh,
and
man.
it's just been a honestly, like, it's a bum out that everything happened, but I think it was necessary because we wrote probably the best album any of you have ever heard. So that's it.
So was most of the writing and all this stuff done in Nashville at your place, right?
We kind of bounced back and forth. Johnny's in LA, so we were going back and forth between the two, and it just took our time with it. And I think that's like the best part about it is that you shouldn't rush art, and we didn't. So we made something that we're really, really happy with.
But guys, that's kind of hard because you're in a bit of a business in which that when you have a successful single, the next thing is okay, when's the next one coming? So how do you balance?
You just stop giving a fuck.
Well, I guess that's probably it, though. But seriously, I mean, like, not even as a joke. Like, really, you probably have to do that at some point.
If we wanted to rush out music to elicit fame, we could have chosen that path. Mm-hmm. We care about the art. We care about what we put out. It's quality over quantity. So we said, no, fuck it, we're going to take our time. I think we've established, without sounding like too much of a jerk, we've established this point in our career where it's okay if we take 2.5 years and people wait as long as something's really good. You know what I mean? As opposed to like Lana Del Rey, that type of like, take your time with it as opposed to pop it out because
month for love. And when was the last time you gave your carpet the love and attention it really deserves? Have you gotten down on your hands and knees and adored how clean and refreshed it was? Or are you scared? Are you scared of what you might see or smell? You know, not only is your carpet one of the biggest investments in your home, but it's also the biggest air filter in your home. If your carpet hasn't been professionally cleaned, what are you waiting for? Zero Res is going to spread the love to you and your home with their Love Your Rug special. Yes, Zero Res. Get 3 rooms, Zero Resified, starting at $119 plus a 4th room cleaned for free. And don't forget about Dirt and Danner's favorite hiding place, your air ducts. This month, take $75 off your air duct cleaning. Give them a call, 314-474-2020, or book online anytime at ZeroResSTL.com and say you want the Riz Show special. Remember, 3 rooms, Zero Resified, starting at $119 plus that 4th room for free and $75 off your air duct cleaning. Spelled forward or backward, it spells the same at Zero Res.
All right, so the leadoff.
All right, that is it for us. Thank you all for tuning in. If you missed anything on the program, you got the clip of the day brought to you by Michael's Flooring and today's podcast brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Today's podcast is titled
Do Not Yellow Mustard Me.
Okay. Moon, what else?
Can You Feel the Punk tonight coming up May 3rd? Put it on your calendars, 3 p.m. matinee show and an 8 p.m. super, super high energy show. It is all your favorite Disney songs punked up and scot up by the best band in the freaking universe. May 3rd at the pageant. Tickets on sale 10 a.m. on Friday.
All right, Lern.
Celebrate Galentine's Day with me on February 15th. Bring all of your babe friends. Come out to Sky Music Lounge in Ballwin. My band's going to play 9 to midnight. We're going to play some love songs and some heartbreak songs. And we're going to dance, and it's going to be a great time, and it's $5 cover. Thanks.
All right, Rafe.
Yeah, Punk Rock Disney, do that. Also go to Galentine's Day with her and listen to King Scott's new pod he's about to tell you about. And that's it for me.
Yes, speaking of Galentine's Day, follow me at King Scott Rules. We got a lot of cool stuff for Galentine's Day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you
right
do.
there. But
All that
also we have
Galentine's Day
Breaking
merch.
Bands, which is a podcast where if you're an unsigned musician, singer, whatever you got going on, and you want to get your music out there, well, you got an opportunity to be heard. And all you got to do is go to 1057thepoint.com/breakingbands.
All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our teamers. Remember the day brought to you by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill. From Troy, Illinois, Drew McRoy is our
Yes.
Troy, Illinois.
Yeah.
Whoa.
From McRoy. Wow.
McRoy from Troy.
Yeah,
That's
boy.
right. He wants to hear this song.
Julia,
Here it
Julia.
is. Have a great rest of your day.